So, last we left off, everybody was back at camp. There was a little bit of chitter-chatter. Wave visited Emberhell. It was a rest day. Vondor and Juniper had some secretive wager going on. And y'all were all discussing your current circumstances. What would y'all like to do?
Wait for the missing player.
What time is it?
Where'd Zora go? Is she still in the oven? It's about noontime. Just past lunch snacks.
I need my phone for my recipe book.
Write it down in the actual.
I am.
And so, Zora, what would you like to do?
Huh?
It's the middle of the day. Y'all were all figuring stuff out.
Weren't we all together?
Y'all kind of scattered throughout camp, but y'all were all at camp. Thistle was out back target shooting.
And we were gossiping.
Thistle, how many arrows did you take out?
3.
And I got a Bible.
I mean, out of the storeroom.
3.
You took 3 out of the storeroom?
Yeah, and I'll return them afterwards.
Oh, okay.
My quiver only holds 30, or my quiver only holds 20. I was
Yep.
missing 3. I just replaced them.
We need to craft you an arrow gun.
Yeah. I've been just keeping tally marks.
So, does anybody want to do anything during their off day?
Do you want to see my new recipe? It's called Goblin
Wait,
Fingers.
are we back where we left off last
We
time?
were very
so wouldn't
excited
we all
about
be
cannibalism,
out
dear.
at the shooting range?
We're
Probably
just behind
cannibalism.
the main camp building.
But yes, you know I love trying your new food.
So,
Have you already cooked it, or are you cooking it currently?
I already cooked it. It was last night's dinner.
Those two were behind.
Ugh.
Thistle was taking pot shots at the targets.
They were amazing. Great flavor. Especially when we're traders.
I can't wait to try, dearie.
Alright. So, y'all just gonna go through y'all's day and hang out, shoot arrows, chit-chat, any planning. Wave, you were given 3 days.
Yep.
What are you gonna do with your 3 days? That starts the next month.
Are we all together?
Ish.
How
Y'all
much
are
of
all
that did
camp.
you share with the rest of us as far as your 3 days?
You told us that you had some stuff to do before we even think about going to the swamp, so.
Yeah, 'cause I think going to the cave will be more beneficial first. But I really don't want to go towards that cave by myself.
Would he allow you an escort?
I have no clue.
You're in better standings to ask than we are.
You couldn't even get down to it.
I could get you to the door, or at least assist in the drought.
Yeah. Then you'd have to turn around and come back.
Let me go get my Raptor minis.
Yeah. This day's pretty much almost done.
It's noon. I mean, you got half a day, depending on what y'all want to do.
Can't get there. Well, could get there in half a day, but it'd be back at,
It'd be nightfall by the time we got there.
you know,
That's about a 15-mile trek. Oh, retcon, I misspoke last time. The mine y'all went to was about 7 miles, not 15. I had my measurements cross-eyed. Alright, so
I think
we're just gonna go through the day and chillax and
Hey.
powwow.
Reading lessons with,
Reading lessons were real.
Yep.
Okay, sweet. we're gonna work on the cat jumps over the fence.
I'm gonna hunt down Juniper and see if her library has anything on herbalism or alchemy.
Alright, so we hunt down Juniper. Well, she is actually hanging out in her room resting. And she does have a few books. She shows you what she has, and she doesn't super have a necessary alchemy book, herbalism book. She's got something adjacent. And she says that you're welcome to borrow it. The title of it is Creeping and Crawling. It's insects and the creepy crawlies, basically of the continent. It's a general entomology book. Not quite a textbook, but you know, if you wanted to, you could spend 6 to 8 hours and read the whole thing.
I'm definitely going to borrow that and read it.
Give me a perception check. Because she lets you in the room, shows you where her books are.
21.
21. You notice she has 3 books on her shelf. And one of them is Creeping and Crawling. Another one is Forlorn Time. And another one is written in a language. What languages do you speak or read?
Common, Druidic, Primordial, and Sylvan.
You do not recognize the language of this one. And as you're thumbing through them, you realize that the Forlorn Time is a smut dance. It's racy. You might turn a slight shade of red and put it back. Find anything you'd like? Wave?
What's this book written in?
Oh, it's Orcish.
What's the title?
History of the Clan. If you speak Orcish, it would tell you a little bit about the basic history of the orcs and their clans.
I don't speak Orcish. I think I'm just going to go with the creepy and crawling.
Sure. Just return it when you're done, man. And you haven't visited the room much, but you notice, just like her persona, it is immaculate. She's got a little writing desk in one corner, a small single bed, and everything is very neat. In one corner, she does have a comfy chair with a tall candle, and that's where she reads. It's her little reading nook. And there's a small area rug, and there's not a spot of dirt in this room.
Am I currently in reading lessons with Real Dar?
Sure, absolutely.
Are we gonna talk about what happened, dearie?
What?
You almost killed me. Does that ring any bells?
Oh, you're fine. You're overreacting.
I almost died.
I only poked you twice.
I know, I'm very squishy.
Maybe this will toughen you up. It's called tough love.
I'm familiar with that. I had a mother.
Yes.
Like some people.
Well, you know, my goal is to make sure you survive. And if that requires the occasional poke, you know, also, it was fun. But did you realize you're immune to this shit?
No.
I poked myself immediately after you saw I went out.
I didn't see. I was out of the room by then. I trust you.
Oh, yeah, that's why I have to bruise you. I face planted your dresser.
I'll just don't do it again, dearie, or I will ask for a new roommate.
Okay, no problem. He takes a second. You notice he kind of glances in his sash where Starch kept and goes. Anyways, where were we? The brown dog jumps over the fence. Okay, your turn.
The brune dog jumps over the fence.
Excellent. That's probably the best you've done.
I know, right?
If we can get a little of that fox held down, you will have it. I think most people would have understood that, though. And if you're reading, I think that'll get you there. But we'll keep going for a little while longer, see if we can smooth some of those vowels out. So you spend your afternoon with Realtar working on your reading
Cool beans.
of common.
Alright.
Anybody else, or we're gonna fast forward to dinner?
I left the room, left Juniper's room, and I went and took a nap. So I have a plan for the night.
Now, sweet.
What options are there from our side?
Hanging out, talking, basic card games. You can go outside and hang out with, anybody practicing archery, or they have a couple of target dummies. You could, get a little boxing in. It just it's rec time. It's rest and rec because tomorrow's work day.
Yeah, and that's where I was kind of at a loss.
That's when y'all can chit chat, huddle, plan, snoop, whatever floats y'all's boat.
I'm having a problem with my sheep. No weapons.
That's
There was-
not a problem.
One thing I was gonna try out if we can find a place where no one else is.
No weapons. Okay.
Oh.
Lead the way.
They're gonna kiss.
So I was thinking if we could go somewhere no one else is.
Well, you can go into the, you look for a empty spot. Your room, the stables. Where y'all can go out towards the tree line. Where y'all want to go?
Maybe out to the tree line.
Okay. So
Like out of sight of.
y'all take a walk. Tree line. It's a little less than 100 yards away.
Okay. Well, there was this thing.
Are y'all doing this quietly and sneakily?
Well, not the leaving part, but
Okay.
the just out there out of sight. So there was this thing I did once, and I want to try to do it again.
Okay.
I just kind of out of reaction to something falling. It was right before I met you. I went from here to there
Okay.
without actually moving. So I'm gonna try the Tempest movement thingy,
Okay.
and
What does that entail?
it's just a 10 feet movement. How does it say? Yeah, Tempest magic. It's you cause a gust of air to surround you, and you move 10 feet.
All right. So you try it.
Mm-hmm.
You still have?
air to it
Do
too.
you still have those rocks in your pocket?
Yeah.
Pull them out and see if there's any purple ones in there.
Are there?
Roll me a d20.
Yes.
There's a couple.
Okay.
And when you think you would move, kind of stick in place and stutter, and then you move, but you don't move 10 feet. You only move 5.
Was it it?
Yeah. It didn't. It seemed a little better the last time, but it was just out of reaction at that point. So.
Out of reaction. I want to swing.
Roll an attack.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Just to,
Intentional miss. Roll an attack.
1.
You don't miss.
I'm swinging here and she's down here.
Oh no, you don't.
It was never an aimed down here to hit.
You got something coming straight at you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw would be 13.
13. Just as the hand would collide. Are you going to try to use your Tempest? It judders again, and you only move about 5 feet. You do.
That didn't work.
You just missed,
Yeah.
but you didn't. It wasn't as smooth as the first time it originally happened.
Was it a life-threatening thing last time?
I was avoiding a box falling.
1,000-pound box or a 2-pound box?
Maybe like a 10.
Okay, now what?
I just didn't want anyone to see it,
This is fair.
but it didn't seem to work. Do I have any inkling of the rocks?
Give me a perception check.
19?
19. You kind of feel like, having been at the mine and been at the headquarters, you feel that every time you're around these rocks, the specific ones with the purple veining in them, that you feel weakened. And you remember you had some of those in your pocket from Sling, and you're kind of putting two and two together that perhaps there's some dampening from these.
Pull up the rocks. I felt funny at the mine. And at the headquarters.
Well, here, I'll hold them and try again.
Do you move away from Gatgar? How
Like
far?
a step or two, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do it
I
again.
can do this.
And when you do it again, that's a little smoother, and you make it maybe 6 feet.
It's further.
Better. Plenty of rocks.
Yeah. Can I pull out the purple ones?
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do with them?
Throw them off into.
Throw them? Okay. All right. So rocks are off. Gone.
Okay. Try it again.
Perfect.
It worked that time.
You're carrying too much weight.
Oh. Maybe. I kind of think the purple things do something.
They have
with,
weight, right?
with however I do that.
So maybe you don't need purple rock.
This is true. So I'll pick up regular rocks
Okay.
of a better size.
There's plenty of regular rocks to pick up. They are everywhere.
Am I still holding these rocks?
I took them back to pull out the purple ones
Okay.
and go away.
Roll me a D100.
But that's not a spell.
It's on a journey.
It's going off the table.
God, great.
It won't stop.
37.
Okay, that's good to know. Most entertainment we'll have tonight. The D100 trip.
Can I use my inspiration and you re-roll that?
I think it works that way. Alright. So, yeah, you after practicing and experimenting, you feel like that the rocks that they're calling Silsbane have a bit of a magical dampening effect. You're not sure to what extent, how it all works, but your gut instinct is telling you that those rocks kind of sap part of who you are.
Can I take some inspiration from what I witnessed her do for my level 3?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
I think that can play in, yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. Well, I can do that.
That's
I think I can
kinda
do other
neat.
things, but
Right?
it's just a thing. So,
Do you still have any of
Every
those
day.
little purple rocks?
no.
Could you shift while you still have these little rocks?
You know what? Oh, move?
Shift and change.
Oh.
Sorry.
If we want to go find them, I can try it with it.
Is one locatable?
There were pebbles. Good luck.
Okay.
Investigation check. You can start digging through the hedges.
We can look.
Or do we want to try this tomorrow at the mine and you
That's
just do a
true.
minor change?
That's true. We can see.
Yeah.
See what it does.
See if it affects that
Yeah.
too.
Because I've always been able to do that.
That's easy, right?
Yeah.
Poof, change, right?
Yeah. So,
Something to test tomorrow.
yeah. Yeah, I've always been able to do that, but the moving thing and some of the other things I can do are relatively new.
Yeah.
So,
Alright. Cora, are you doing anything?
Nope, I'm just gonna sit in the lunch hall.
Zora, you have company.
What's up?
You said lunch hall, right?
Oh.
Alright.
Give me that look.
Watch out for your food.
Threats be made. Alright, so dinner time rolls around, sun starts setting, the other work crew comes in, and they do same thing y'all did yesterday. They unload their load of rocks. Nobody seems frazzled. Everybody's kind of quiet, tired, good and sweaty and dirty. Dinner is served. Zora, what are they eating tonight?
I haven't really.
Oh, okay. They're having victuals
Where?
of a goblin, probably variety.
What do I have in the kitchen?
Use your imagination.
Okay, so there's like nothing really restricting me?
Within reason, there's no mammoth.
I don't need a mammoth.
There's meat, cheese, bread. You think about it.
Oh,
It's,
you'll eat goblin, but you won't eat mammoth.
No, I don't need. I don't need
no.
right now.
So Zora has dinner ready, usual banquet fashion. You're waking up from your nap. Thistle, you're done with your reading lesson.
Everybody's in the banquet hall?
About. Is there-
Everybody's in
Yeah.
the banquet hall?
I mean, Emberhell wouldn't be there.
Us. We're there.
Like the
He
party.
Waves made it. Thistles made it.
Yeah, because all the employees eat at kind of the same time.
Wave feels a very heavy set of eyes staring him down.
Wait, roll me a perception check.
Can't just do this the easy way and walk over like a normal person. 17.
Yeah, you feel some icicles. Icicles.
I just kind of turn and look back at my table.
So Zora has a normal looking dinner, but the ham looks a little funny.
So
Are there
Zora
eggs?
is serving green eggs and ham. The ham is marginally goblin shaped.
Is there a box here?
There are a lot of boxes in the freight room. You could not in a box.
With a box!
There's the fox.
I would not, could not on a boat.
That was so funny, she snorted.
And don't ask about the goat, it's already been in the kitchen.
Alrighty. So dinner comes and goes. Y'all are sequestered back in your rooms. Wave, Thistle, Zora, is there anything y'all would like to do now that everyone is in the rooms for the evening? Locked up?
I'm going to the roof.
Alright.
What is her
I'm
name?
looking for something.
I want an athletics check.
Not the big head person, but the person who's in charge of taking them to the
Oh,
mall.
that ain't good.
Juniper's one of them, and
Emberhell.
16.
that's the boss.
That'll do it. You know a spot where it's a little drier.
Oh,
You
so
can
I've
get
been
your
looking
footing
up.
up on a railing and
I've
kind
been unlocking.
crawl
them,
up
I've been
there.
looking them up.
of you get up on the
No, we're
roof.
talking about taking
What are you
them
looking
to
for?
the mall.
I'm looking for an old man walking through the
The
woods.
second hand.
Is he walking through the woods tonight?
You're thinking about Juniper.
Yeah, Juniper's Emberhell's second.
Do I see Emberhell
Where?
in the kitchen or in like the eating?
She did not come to the eating area.
Don't you take her dinner?
No, that's
That's the boss.
Yeah.
You're thinking Juniper.
that's what I said.
No, you didn't.
I'm
I
very
meant
confused.
You said
Juniper.
Emberhell.
Oops.
Yes, Juniper would have came to the eating area.
I go up to her and ask if I could. So, I was wondering
Yes.
if I can come with y'all
To
to the mining.
why?
I was wanting to see the herbs that grow around there, where I could make a new recipe. Looking for some inspiration.
That seems feasible. But dinner won't be ready when we get back.
Oh, right. Didn't think that one.
Is that something you could prepare ahead of time?
Most likely.
Because if you could prepare ahead of time and dinner, because your job is to serve the camp food, and dinner for everyone was ready, then perhaps you could come along and do some herb foraging, or perhaps you could give Wave a lift and maybe he could forage for you. He seems to be plant inclined.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I could get some inspiration by with y'all and looking around.
Possibility exists, but you will have to be able to defend yourself too.
Oh,
This
of
is
course.
This is not the walled-in safety that you're used to.
Kitchen knife in there.
Send to go. I'll double check with the overseer, make sure it's okay, but as long as the camp is still fed and the operation is not compromised, I think we can arrange that. Now, tomorrow we are going to the southern mine, so it won't be the same as yesterday. Okay. And she saunters off to, and she grabs an extra plate and she goes to speak with him around. Shane, you're actively searching and looking. Give me an investigation check.
Oof, that's a 1. My passive is 15.
So whereabouts on the roof are you? You've seen the building. You know, you got the kitchen structure that has Emperor Hell's office. It's got the large roof with the chimney.
I'm standing in the same spot that I saw him last time.
Okay. So you're kind of
betting
above your
on-
room.
Kind of betting on that there's a path that
Are
is
you,
preferred.
are you sitting kind of on the away slope, away from everything else?
Well, I figured I was standing for a better view.
Well, at the moment, you don't really see anything. Alright. So y'all three are back in y'all's room with the crotchety elf. Thistle, are you doing anything this evening before
I'm going to bed.
lights out? You going to bed?
Going to bed.
Reel is already in there. He's got out his little calligraphy set and he's doing the drawing.
Did you enjoy your bubble of water today?
Yes, I did.
That was a neat trick.
Why so talkative today? We could like this one. More talking.
Definitely make things interesting. So, Elf, how was work today?
Long. Tedious.
Did anything interesting happen?
It's quiet. Oh, not much happened. Rocks were loaded, rocks were picked, rocks were broken.
How did you feel at the mine?
A little drained. I think that has to do with some personal issues, though. Otherwise, it was a hot, humid day with the smell of what I can only assume to be swamp water drifting through the rocks all day long. How was the off day?
Not very eventful. It's not like we have much to do here, other than apparently move rocks.
I look forward to that tomorrow. And you see as he lays down in his bed, he pulls out a deck of cards and starts thumbing through them. Ace, king, queen, jacks, got them all in order and just thumbing cards. Give me one more investigation check, Wave.
That's a 9.
You hear a voice in your head.
Passive investigation's 15.
Yeah. You hear a voice in your head.
I shouldn't be able to get below a 15.
Distractions.
No. No, she's asleep.
Looking for someone, dear Wave?
Yep, looking for you. Where are you?
I'm close.
Think we can meet and talk again?
Sure. Why don't you come to your room?
Okay.
Getting spicy.
Go to your room.
Go to my room.
There's an old guy in a nice green silk robe, sitting there comfortably. In your chair going. Saw you sitting on the roof.
I'm at my door and I kind of. Okay, that's a good one. How'd you do that?
How do you think you got back last time? I have my tricks.
Gotta teach me that one.
I think we'll work on some basics first. That one might be out of your skill level, good sir. What can I help you with? I was on my nightly walk, saw you sitting on the roof, and waved at you, and you, I don't know, you were staring up or something. You never saw me, so I figured I'd just pay you a visit. This is a cozy little room you have here.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a little small. There's not enough water, but
You have to go further south, east, west, north, anywhere you're in the center of the island.
if he's in my chair, I'm just gonna go sit on my bed.
Okay. Oh, he made himself at home.
Oh yeah, I imagine so. I reach into my pocket and I pull out a vial of the spores. And I go, anything you can tell me about this? We were attacked with it.
Takes the vial, holds it, rotates it. Who attacked you with it?
Some goblins.
Creative.
Yeah, they had it in arrow form and I don't know, bomb form, I guess would be the best way to put it. They had it filled in clay pots.
But very creative. I never thought to use this for this before, but and he carefully opens the vial, looks in, closes the vial. Cause these look like a local mushroom spore, and didn't. What were the effects seen?
Well, the one person really didn't have anything happen, so it was kind of half playing, kind of trying to figure it out, and we have a drow here. And
Real tar, don't you?
yes. And I asked him to check it out, and when he inhaled it, he just went down, completely asleep. Then he asked me to put it on some darts for him, and he stabbed himself, and he passed out again.
Adventurous soul, isn't he?
Yes.
Well then. Not 100% sure, but I think this comes from a mushroom that grows hot, humid areas. It likes decaying logs. You'll find it in swamps and bogs. Some folks call it the king's ransom. And they call it that because in the right place, it will fetch a lot of money. Here on this island, it's a mushroom. It's worth about that much. Other places, mages and alchemists have been known to use it for things. But to be sure, one, you could grow the spores if you're of the mindset to do that, or you can go for a swamp visit and harvest some. And it's a big mushroom, purple, got some yellow lines on it. Quite delicious if prepared correctly. And the use I'm familiar with it is, the most common use is richer nobles that have issues sleeping, this will help them sleep. Gives them a good night. They make teas out of it. Part of the reason it's known as a king's ransom, because they will pay for a good night's sleep. But I'd be willing to bet if you check the swamp to the south, you could find some there. You might could find someone. The goblins, I think you know, inhabit the northern swamp, and obviously they're harvesting some, so there would be some there too.
So when we got back, I spoke with the overseer Emberhale.
Hey.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Now I'm curious.
Just another person only concerned with the riches of the coin form. Nothing wrong with them that I've observed, short of that. I mean, they're solely motivated.
Just by money.
Yep.
She said that it's unlike the goblins of the northern swamp to attack this way, and that they could be working with someone. I know you travel the island. Is there anyone new to the island pushing the goblins to attack or giving them,
When you
I don't
say
technology?
anyone, do you mean like humans, humanoids, people?
I mean,
Because for the most part, I'm sure your overseer has kind of given you a heads up. Now you've got the lizard men, and they're a little aggressive, and you've got the goblins, and then for the most part, it's beasts of the field.
with the way the island is, it seems like the only way in or out for a humanoid would be the port. Unless
Port or magic capabilities, or long swim.
is there anything non-humanoid? Are one of the deities taking an interest in the?
Oh, doubtful. If I had guesses, the goblins have gotten crafty, or they've, been approached by the lizard men. Maybe they've knocked their heads together and come up with something. Because this is ingenious. The goblins aren't stupid. Maybe it was an accident, and they're trying to turn the accident into useful. They're not. Some individuals seem to think the goblins are just a dumb race, animals in nature, but they frequently are smarter than you would think.
Right.
They are crafty. They make some of the slickest little traps. I have found many on my walks.
Yeah. That seems like it could end up being a problem if they get brave enough to push down and attack.
Well, to my understanding, that's what you and the other folks with the sharp pointy sticks are paid for.
Yeah.
I'd be working on my defensive spell work if it were me then. And or mitigation spell work. You seem to be of the... And he sees your ring. You seem to be of the casting variety.
Yeah, they gave me this when I started. This ore is interesting.
Divs, don't lose your ring, and don't try to cast on a mountain of the ore. Even someone such as myself can be lessened by it.
That's a scary thought.
It fucks with the weave. Since the time of dying, it has been an issue. But that's what Emberhill seeks, is it not?
Unfortunately, I think some things are better left in the ground.
That could be said for gold and silver.
This is true. Still not sure what the deal with the money is.
It's an exchange. It has its purposes.
I can go into the woods and nature will give me everything I need.
But some folks' mind are of metal, not of plant and tree and bush. Is there anything else I can help you with this evening, Wave?
Since you're here, the last time we spoke, you talked about some quite, how shall we say, worrying information.
Are you concerned about my mentioning of the undeath?
I kinda am. Anything that comes back out of the ground, if we're speaking of this type of undeath. I've heard rumors of vampires.
Well, vampires are not a rumor, they are truth. They're not as scary as they would seem. They are as strong and as fast as the rumors say, but no, I'm afraid this undeath never made it into the ground. Don't have a lot of info on it. Perhaps when your time here is done, you can research further. He's coming.
He?
He'll have enough worshippers and followers.
I understand that names have power, and some names shouldn't be spoken. But is there something I should look for in my research?
Just for the moment, find out what you can on the undeath. There is a long history. His previous forms may not matter now. They may matter drastically. But I know that with each passing day, he's either going to grow stronger or grow weaker. My colleagues and I have had some discussion over what to do, but I see in you, perhaps, some hope for the future. And perhaps some of these friends that you are making carry with them the same spark.
Well, that is indeed terrifying.
Well, he caused the world to break apart and we thought he was gone. Now there are whispers. Whispers in the dark. I don't think he'll fail the second time. And with that, he looks at you, bids you a good evening.
But wait, before you leave,
Yes.
if I'm going to stand against this, is there anything that you can teach me?
In time. Currently, you're learning to grow and work with others. From my understanding, you spent many years with the plants and the trees and the beasts.
I did.
This is not something you can handle on your own. You must learn to work with people, and some that you might not consider people, but they are. You might even have to work with that goblin.
Which one?
The one that's still walking and talking and cooking.
Oh. Yay. She's a little off.
Sometimes a little off seasons the soup.
I don't know if you were paying attention and keeping an eye on things, but when we brought a goblin corpse back, she called it an animal
Ugh,
and
I
was
missed
willing
that.
to eat it.
Well,
I believe that was, she called it green ham, but I believe it was a goblin leg that they had for dinner tonight.
perhaps that is some of her inner self-worth coming forward. And she's reflecting. No, be mindful of that big frog. They're not to be trusted.
The gold one.
Yep. Pompous, very pompous. Worse than myself. And he goes, you should come visit me in my cave.
That walk's a little dangerous for someone as I don't know, young as myself.
Well, perhaps you should bring friends. Thistle's pretty good with a bow from what I've observed.
You wouldn't mind if I brought some people?
Well, do you trust them?
I trust some of them not to stab me in the back.
That's a step in the right direction. That's a step further from dead.
This is true. I don't know if, like, your clothes or anything would still be there from some of them. I think a couple have sticky fingers. I had another vial of those spores. I know I did, but it's missing.
Well, be observant, be wary, and let's hope anyone you bring isn't sticky fingered. I might, just throw them to the middle of the ocean. Put good evening and bloop, he just zip, apparates, gone.
Bye. Didn't even wait for the bye.
And in your head you hear, I heard that. And your door opens and then closes. You get the feeling from this conversation that he might, give me an insight check. What are y'all doing? You're snoring, sleeping, beating up on the elf again.
Sticky.
22.
22. You get the feeling that whoever this gentleman is, that he keeps an eye on the camp and the miners and the goings on, that it is of some form of interest to him, like almost a curiosity project. Almost, you feel a little like an ant in an anthill, and being observed.
Right. Well, this was
Kinda
interesting tonight.
Kind of goes and comes as he pleases.
Who can stop him? That seems like my morning is going to be interesting.
But I assume everybody's going to call it a night, and the sun rises.
Before I sleep, I'll make my berries.
Make berries, excellent. Got to have those goody berries. Crunch berries, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, gotta have something to eat.
Sun comes up. It is a rainy day. It's not. Y'all have had pretty good days so far. The few days you've been here.
You did give me my vial of spores back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I handed it back to you. He felt he had given the necessary information to you. But, it is a rainy, stormy day. And you see, y'all get to your morning on your doors, and you find Thistle standing there, being poured on. The whole camp is being poured on. And y'all are all being roused up.
I kind of step out, open my door, and get rained on. Oh, what a glorious morning! We'll walk over to a realtor's room. Realtor!
He's not in there.
Damn it. Probably at the coffee again.
Yeah, y'all are out, coming out, and it's just a wet, muddy day, and your previous discussion with Emberhill. Juniper calls you over, already told Thistle. we're gonna go to the southern mine today, and looks like it's going to be just, you know, I got a better idea. I'll be back. And you see her go off towards Ember Hill's office. And she's gone about 15 or so minutes. Y'all can all chase your breakfast down. Y'all want to do anything? Good. Y'all talk about it. I'm gonna go get a binder. Tell me in a minute. I can find something.
Oh wait, I need to tell y'all.
What's up?
Y'all see for breakfast, you see some rolls that look like they have.
Does anybody else think Raina sucks?
No, I think Raina's great and she'd give me more inspiration.
You think she's doing good?
Yeah, the best. Oh my gosh.
The best.
10 out of
Yeah.
10.
I wonder
Yeah.
when we're gonna get a level. Anybody think we're getting a level anytime soon?
No.
Raina is so gracious, she will give us a level like next session.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So what was for breakfast?
Breakfast, yeah.
You see some iced rolls with some
Ice rolls.
with some eggs, some bacon.
Bacon. What kind of eggs? Well,
Bacon with an E.
please be
Yeah,
eggs.
probably.
I don't even know if we have
Yeah, I don't either, but. And then some porridge-looking.
And the eggs are in it, the bacon is on it, and it's happy to see you.
Please.
I'm gonna put that in here.
Oh, there's a cricket in the middle of mine.
Wait a
Makes one
minute.
sick.
Does it wear a top hat?
No. Not this one. Your breakfast.
Of course, the bacon has a greenish tint.
Alright.
Are you in the breakfast hall?
I come in. I come up and I sit down beside guy. I tap on it. What's up, blue guy?
What's up, green guy?
I open my hand.
Hey, perfect.
You got the goods?
See, you can teach old dogs new tricks. Did we do this kind of quietly, sneakily on the tabletop? Right on, make sure nobody's looking.
Do I see it?
You're in the kitchen cooking.
Roll me a perception check.
No, I'm serving.
Ah, okay.
13 plus
Are y'all trying to do this sneakily?
Are we? Do we care?
16.
No.
No, not really.
Then yep, you see it.
And she, while she's glaring, I take another berry out and I pop it in my mouth and eat it.
I pick up a plate with porridge and bacon and take it over there. It's like, I think you'll like it.
I'm not hungry.
There's not a greedy bone in my body. Take that one to real talk.
Dump it under it, dump it under it.
Yeah, kind of owe him for the other night.
Dump it
I
under it.
set
On that.
I set it on the table.
There we are. That's all.
You should give me
All
some
of
of those
that
berries.
is NPCs that are
You can't
specific
cook
that have
with them.
I don't care.
pages
You
of
literally
backstories
can't.
That's all shit I've written.
And if you figured out a way to feed someone more than one, you would probably kill them.
So, with that, while y'all are in the breakfast room having y'all's morning bedside chat, Zora's bedside.
No, we'd have to be at the oven for that.
Well, I figured you're close.
Who's at the table?
Obviously, I'm sitting next to the green
Yep.
guy.
So we've got Jace, we got Gar. Where are you, Colleen? You've been awful quiet. Are you still asleep?
No, I'm sitting over in the corner.
In the corner. Are you just watching them all like they're peasants? Excellent.
And
Juniper
of
walks
course,
in.
Zora's there.
Zora, where are you at, Thistle?
I'm sitting by Vondor.
Sitting by Vondor.
Vondor respects me. Though looks suspiciously a lot like the mailman. Anyway.
Thistle, you had a trying day yesterday.
I know, dearie.
Would you like to talk about it?
No.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
I respect that.
I
But if you
respect
need someone to talk to,
I know.
I was going to say you could talk to me, but okay. Seems you're good.
I'm fine. Never better, dearie.
Excellent. Have you had breakfast?
I'm eating it now.
Excellent. Need your strength. Cold days like today. And he says it's a cold day. It's like 95 degrees in the rain.
Oh,
Speaking of, Gatgar, you've been on Tropical Island now for a few days. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Doing great today. So 1 again.
dun, dun, dun.
You're on a level of exhaustion today.
Okay.
You're feeling that this heat and humidity is oppressive to someone that grew up in the upper mountain slopes. And you're feeling that you might need a little time to acclimate. You're actually thankful for the rain today.
Figured I would be.
Try something.
So, Juniper comes
You
in
like the cold,
and
right?
looks and sees you over
It
there
might hurt,
with the employees, you over there with
No, cold's
Vondor.
but I could try something. Maybe not here with everyone.
Thistle,
I could hit you with cold.
Wave,
Alright,
Vondor,
get up and go to Juniper.
call you over. Alright. So I talked to Ember Hill. And I thought, instead of us going to the South Mine, near the damn swamps, and breaking rocks, and potentially getting the cart stuck in the mud with this rain today, that seeing we have a fairly large amount of goods here,
Cold, but it's
we could
to hurt.
get everyone to load up the wagons, and we'll take a couple loads to the port.
No.
The captain will be here in probably 7 or so days, given good sailing weather, to haul this. And we should go ahead and maybe
It's great.
sort separate a little and haul today. It's fairly straightforward. Load, leave. We've done this a couple times already.
Freeze the bubble.
And y'all would know that a haul day it's a straightforward day. Y'all just go through and get the best rocks you can,
Yeah.
load them in the wagons. You start with the biggest, heaviest ones, get the best quality goods, because whatever
That would make the
doesn't make it to port, you want it to be the shit. So,
That could be fun.
at the end of breakfast, that's what y'all will do.
Maybe when we get back tonight, we try this.
Yeah.
So,
High five to Vondor.
and his palm just, your hand is tiny. And he basically just holds his hand up, but it's like a rock.
Worth it. Friendship is worth it.
So, Thistle, after getting this information, what would you like to do?
Go back and finish breakfast.
Excellent. Good job. Breakfast is being finished. Anything anybody want to do before the workday starts?
I go sit down beside Gatgor and go, no mining today. Some quick sorting, runs to the dock, and then we need to talk.
Okay.
I go up to
Is this
little-
normal?
How you doing?
Storm.
Better, dearie. How are you?
That's good. I'm okay.
Breakfast is delicious.
Thank you. They won't eat
That's good.
Oh, they suck. I told you they
Your
suck.
fault.
We've discussed.
I think we should go with the plan.
I do too.
So, Realtar walks up, sees the majority of y'all, starts looking at the employees and goes, Team 1, today will be a errand day. Many of y'all have done this before, new folks. We're going to get the wagons hitched. Everybody will show you, but we're going to pull them up to our piles. And we're going to pull the biggest, best rocks with the largest quantity of silksbane, and we're going to take them to the port. It's going to be a hard day, but a slow day. Depending on the weather, we should be able to make 2 trips back and forth to the port. It's about 6 miles one way. We must load, unload, come back, load, unload, okay? So save your strength. Nothing silly today. It's all open road, folks. And with that, you know, he walks out and you hear him get with a couple of the employees. You see us stamping 2 cups of coffee, like every morning. Little gnome doing the gnome waddle, goes down the steps. And he's the first one to work every morning.
He's
Hey.
my favorite.
Mine too. He looks
Tiny
so
gnome
silly.
pulling out giant pack mule, pulling him out. And going.
Maybe we should see Field go traveling.
So, is there anything y'all would like to do while we load the wagons up? Really don't pack any tools. Y'all pretty much are just packing rocks.
Since we're in the compound instead of guarding, I'm going to help load it just to speed up.
You're gonna help load? Okay. That'll help speed everything up.
I want to put back my 3 practice arrows and get my 3 goblin arrows out.
Alright, so you get your 3 goblin arrows, 3
Yep.
practice arrows go up. Zora, Juniper walks up to you. If you can have a dinner prepped, you can come on our second trip.
I already have it prepped. I did it the night before.
Oh, very industrious of you.
Mhm.
Well, then you're welcome to join the caravan.
Would you like some help with unloading and sorting rocks?
You're welcome to go. You're kind of petite, but you're welcome to go load rocks. Go right ahead.
Okay.
So, Zora and Wave are helping y'all load rocks.
I'll take Q.
Y'all were expected.
No, when I saw
Oh,
take Q is like, okay.
yeah. Oh, well, people had started, Stanthan, you know, he's always first to go. He had already started getting the carts and horses hitched, and we're pulling everything out. So the carts and the horses have been hitched. They're up, you know, you got your 2 large double axle carts.
I'm gonna be so sad when he dies.
Yeah. And
Probably a heart attack from all that caffeine.
might be what's keeping him alive.
He's gonna
Might be
die.
keeping the heart beating. Might just be a crotchety old gnome.
Maybe I should make it decaf.
Is this just a regular storm? Is there thunder, lightning?
It's a thunderstorm. There's thunder and lightning.
Maybe calcium.
I holler out, hey Vondor,
No.
you might want to drop your axe down a little bit till things kind of get struck by lightning.
Wave. He points at his horns that come way up here.
Those aren't metal.
Trees aren't metal either.
She does have a point.
They don't fall down. I'll watch for big blue sparks. Madeline's. And with that, y'all get the carts loaded. And it is a wet, soggy day, thunderstorm. It does help the temperature. Gatgar is grateful for it.
I kind of like it.
You feel the air is it's charged today. You feel it. It speaks to you. And y'all start heading, for those of y'all that have a good nose for direction, y'all start headed kind of to the northeast.
Question.
Hmm.
Is it 11 on strength? Like, the strength is 11. It's not a good...
It's above average.
Okay.
But it's not, Vondor or Gatgar. So,
What are we struggling with the rocks?
given you're a goblin, some of them, there's small ones, there's large ones, there's medium ones. There's ones you can't pick up. There are plenty you can't pick up. So,
You see me, I'm trying to load a wagon. I have a rock about this big, but I'm holding with both hands and I'm struggling.
I'm not even trying.
This was just sitting there watching. Realtar grabs a couple of rocks, he loads a few. He seems a little more peppy than he did the day before. And,
Well, they did get 3 naps.
And so you got a good night's sleep.
and y'all,
I guess I'm just casually picking up some of the smaller ones and putting them in there. Doing the bare minimum.
grabbing the petite rocks. Realtar sidles over next to you and goes, Your Highness, how do you like the weather today?
Terrible.
It's wet.
Uh-huh. Yep, chips.
Okay.
One's name was Rain.
It's loud.
Can't keep the fucking
Juniper,
loyalty happy.
Rain, and Emperor.
And,
Does this count as our soap?
well, it's not dry. Definitely easier on the skin.
Sure.
The complexion, the royal complexion, the rain is probably easier on it. And so y'all get the wagons loaded up, get y'all's mules and stuff, and you do the normal Vondor in the front, walking, have some of the smaller workers for weight purposes driving the wagons because they're loaded. You can hear the wagons. They're full. And y'all are headed to the north. And Gatgar, Jace, Clean. Y'all kind of recognize this road as you get a few miles out. Y'all were here just a few days ago. Headed the other direction. Y'all travel y'all 6 miles or so, and y'all get to what you see is a wooden palisade. Sharp pointed logs, double gates, and you hear similar actually wooden. When y'all get there, it's the gate's closed. And feel free to roll me a perception check.
3. Us 3?
Yes.
Okay.
The big team.
Is it perception?
Mm-hmm.
Rain. I'm looking out for some herbs.
23.
23.
22.
All 3 of you notice on the gates that y'all had walked out of before, there's just these massive claw marks streaking from just below the point of the logs down all across the gates, and chunks missing throughout sections of the palisade. And give me a herbalism check. It's a new skill on that new sheet I gave you.
Oh, right. I forgot. It spelled weird.
It's spelled correctly.
That could be weird.
Yes, it's spelled correctly, but it's spelled stupid. 6.
6. Don't really find anything. It's wet. Everything's just kind of blending together.
Looking out for some inspirations for recipes. But
Is that why you're with us?
Yes.
Who's walking close to me? Where was I in line, if you will?
You'd been taken up the middle, in between the 2 wagons and horses.
So who would be with me, around me, or am I just by myself?
Jace might be with you. Realtar kind of moves around. Realtar might be with you right now. Just depends on where you are on the journey. But at the gates right now, when they pull up, they pull the wagons beside each other, and you'd probably be up here towards the front. With that kind of perception check, you got clear view.
So with Realtar floating.
Realtar would probably be right next to you, and Vondor probably to the other side of you. You'd be like, boop, 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 boop.
Okay, so Vondor, are those new?
No.
Been there a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing unusual, just
There's a reason.
fence is a fence.
There's a reason for the, it's a big fence.
Right,
Keeps out big things.
right. As long as it's not new.
And he walks over, and you see there's a lever towards the ground. And you see him just bunch his shoulders up and he grabs the lever and you hear and the one gate starts to swing open. Slowly and comes to rest open. And then he walks around into the other gate and just pushes it open. And so now you've got about a 14-foot wide opening. And you can kind of see something y'all didn't really notice the first time y'all were here. That Thistle and Wave knows about. You got that wooden dock that y'all walked in on in front of the building. Just to the, if you're facing the ocean, just to the right and to the left, you can see some rubble piles. And you see they take a wagon each, the wagon drivers, and they pull them over the rubble piles and they start offloading everything. Yeah, and Realtar goes, round 2, fight. He walks over and starts unloading rocks, and it's just chunking them in the pile. And you start to see almost, the structure's almost barn-like, but solidly stone. But it's just square, just doors on the front, doors on the back, no windows. And you can see a couple of wheelbarrows leaned up against the sides, and some rope and stuff hanging on the outside. They didn't even open up the main things. Then you can see the dock goes out like 100 feet, and then has like a 50-foot L section, and that's where y'all came in on. And y'all are back there, and everybody's unloading. So,
I walk over to Realtor.
Wave.
Weren't we attacked at the northern mine?
Yes.
Didn't we just come north in perfect ambush weather?
Well, we went to the east. The northern mine is to the west. And if my math is good, we're probably 10 or 11 miles from that mine.
From that goblin clan?
From that mine. Yeah, there's only one goblin clan. Recalling the map, I've seen it a few times. I would say, as the wyvern flies, we're about 12 miles.
So we're closer to the lizard man.
Equidistant, I would say. The lizard men are to the south.
I showed Emberhail those spores and talked to her about those. And she said that it doesn't seem like the goblins to come up with something like that.
Well,
Do you think the lizard men and the goblins could put aside their differences to...
well, the lizard men, from my observations, are good at opportunity. They're opportunistic, and if there was an occurrence, they are good with their environment. Don't ever fight a lizard man on his turf. He'll win every time, one-on-one. It's just, don't do it. We've had a few guards find out the hard way. They're masters of their environment. So they might have taken a little goblin ingenuity and knocked their heads together. That's a possibility. The goblin chieftain's a bit brash, young from everything I know. Hadn't been here long enough to know much more than those whispers, but half that comes from a Stanton, his old gossip. Who knows how reliable that information is with all the coffee he drinks.
That's true.
He's up there standing on the rock pouch. You notice, though, inch of fat on that guy. Hey, old, crotchety. It's a very well-built gnome.
Seems like it. We should probably be on the lookout for an ambush. This weather would be perfect. Harder to see.
This is true. I guess it just depends on how superstitious goblins are.
This is true.
But I don't know. If they've thought about this, I doubt their little spore bombs will work in the rain.
That's true, but wouldn't this be great weather for the lizard men?
Don't know. It's awful far for them. All their attacks have been at the mine. None of them have come to camp. This road, the reason I was told the reason it was widened and cleared was the main danger was the animals. The dinosaurs. I'm sure you've seen a few of them.
I have.
That's been the main danger, and if we keep them just far enough away to give us warning, we've been pretty good. We've been pretty fortunate.
Okay. It'd suck to get ambushed twice in a week.
Be setting camp records.
Let's leave this record unbroken.
I agree. And with that, y'all notice, y'all got the wagons mostly empty. And Juniper looks at everybody and goes, in the wagons. We're not walking back. And it's crowded. Put your whole group between the two wagons. All y'all can load up, and nobody's walking back. You're just 2 wagon loads of people.
Before we leave, do I see? We're next to the beach, right? The dock.
It's the coast, yes.
Do I see?
The
Can I
ocean.
see the sand and stuff?
It's not super sandy. It's more rock.
Do I see anything washed up?
Are you walking to the beach, or are you just scanning from the rock pile?
Scanning.
Give me a perception check.
More food.
14.
14. You see some driftwood, some seaweed, rocks. There's a shell or two, maybe. You'd have to walk over and see, but nothing that stands out and screams anything.
Hey, I'm gonna go grab that seaweed real fast.
Who are you yelling that to?
I forgot their name.
Juniper.
Juniper. If that's okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Watch out for snakes.
Goblin smile.
Right? That was entirely goblin.
Is the barn door still close?
I think it's in the perimeter. You're only gonna be a little drawing here actually. I said I did, I lied.
Okay. Can I position myself closer to Bondor?
Sure can.
Bondor, when we were brought in, would our gear have been left here?
Any gear you had on you at your time of he rolls his big cow eyes.
You don't have to say it.
Employment was probably sold, bartered, traded, or kept by the people that employed you.
If you notice my hammer, can I have my hammer? I'm tired of these little bitty tools.
Just a second, I'll go see if there's something. And he walks over to the big barn doors. And you see it's not locked, it's just hasped. He walks in, and he's looking around. He walks over, pulls a little flint and steel from his pocket, lights a little lantern. Just to give y'all a visual. Lights a little lantern, starts walking around and rummaging, and digs through a couple of piles. Doesn't really find much. You see his big shoulders just shrug, and he grabs just this bent hunk of metal. You know it wasn't a pick. It's just a bent hunk of metal, and he looks at it and he's like, throws it down, just goes through, there's some broken crates, just trash.
Kind of walk over to the door and just kind of observe from a better point.
Sure. And he walks back, and he's got what in his hand looks like, say like a 4 or 5 pound sledgehammer, and he's got a big long steel spike. And he shrugs his shoulders and goes, "It's a little bigger than what you had. And it's by no means a Goliath-sized hammer for rock breaking, but you feel like between the two of them, you can one hand and maybe spike John Henry this
Yeah.
with what you have." And he goes, Best we got.
Better than we had,
Here you go.
and it's not yours.
True. And he walks out, blows out the lantern, hangs it back up, closes the doors back. Nothing here is locked. And you see by this time the wagons pretty much have everybody on them, and they're loaded up. And y'all, because of y'all size, y'all get one per wagon.
What do I call these?
It's just a sledgehammer and a spike.
Okay.
So
Do I get?
call it a pencil point bar if you want to be real specific.
Do I like get surprised by anything on? the
No.
beach?
The ocean is white capping and a little rough, and you get splashed a few times, and you get some seaweed. A couple, 4 or 5 pounds of it. It smells terribly. And you have to run. Give me an athletics check. You don't realize they're leaving.
Oh shit!
You were so enamored with seaweed.
Bye, Zora.
I got it too.
Those guys going.
2, and you're sitting there. They're leaving you. What do you do?
Hey!
What?
Hey! I start running after them.
Use the wagon, slow down, let her get right along,
Well-
and then start pulling away.
The wagon just gets out of the gate, and Vondor jumps out. And he's closing that gate. And he hears you and looks up. Come on, little one. Don't want to get left here. You're barely snack-sized. Get in the wagon. I'd miss the green eggs and ham if you were gone.
Say what?
I'd miss the green eggs and ham if you were gone,
Yeah.
because I could not with an ox. You see what I did there? I made a joke about minotaurs.
Got it.
And with that, he grabs the other gate and closes it. And you hear the thud as it hits the rail on the other gate. And you see him lower the lever down, and you hear just the weight that lever has. And he gets back up on that rear wagon, and y'all head back to the southwest, back to camp.
There's a book. What is it? Seaweed. It smells amazing. The smell.
And to anybody here that has ever smelled 3-day-old rotting seaweed on the beach, if you know what that smells like, it's rough.
Which wagon is she in?
Yeah. Which wagon am I in?
She's in the back wagon. Y'all tell me which wagon y'all were
The
in.
front
I'm in the
wagon.
front.
Well, you had to be in the front because Vondor was in the back. And y'all make y'all's journey fairly peacefully through the rain.
Wow. You're
Back.
stuck in
You
the
didn't
back
kill me.
wagon with that rotting seaweed,
It's better than being with you.
with that sensitive nose.
It's better than being with you.
Are y'all yelling that back and forth? Between the wagons, I could see that. Lovers feud! Lovers quarrel. She's not singing any lullabies tonight. Y'all get back to camp. And it's, it's about noon, so y'all take a break, eat lunch, chit-chat if y'all want. If you don't want to chit-chat, you reload the wagons and head back to the north.
Back north. You're ready.
Zora, what do you do with your seaweed? You just go drop it in your kitchen and help load wagons, or did you have enough fun and you're going to stay this time?
Just gonna put it. I'm gonna light a small fire, make sure it doesn't get out, and then put it in the oven to dry out.
So you're going to oven roast it.
Mhm.
All right, oven roasted seaweed started.
To a burnt down camp.
Oh, I tell one of
Terrible.
somebody to keep an eye in the kitchen to make sure nothing catches on fire.
Just one of the other guards.
Mhm.
Excellent, excellent. Y'all get the wagons reloaded, and same thing. Y'all go back to the northeast, unload, Takes a couple hours, about 6 miles.
While
Takes
we
about
travel
2 hours, yes.
in the wagons with
Absolutely.
the rocks.
Well, y'all will be out of the wagons
Oh,
with
okay.
the rocks.
We'll be walking alongside them.
Yep, weight
Enough for me
savings.
to feel that.
To feel the...
The drain.
Oh yeah, you feel it very distinctly. You actually, in the weather, feel sort of torn. You have this, on one side you have this energizing static power that you feel.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side you have this soul-sucking drain. It's exhausting.
While we're walking, I'm going to change my hair to be shorter.
Okay. Changes.
No difference.
Nope.
Okay.
That just as you think it happens.
Okay.
So,
Wait, does it actually happen?
yep.
Do I see it?
Roll me a perception check. What's your passive perception? Because this would probably be a passive perception.
Where is that at?
Bottom right. Or bottom left, I'm sorry.
13.
Were you trying to be secretive at all? Like
No, I don't
cover
do
or
anything.
Your
There's
hair
no
just goes
change. Yeah.
Sure. You notice that Jace's hair just kind of goes just a few inches. It strikes you as odd, but could have just been the rain and the weather. You know, maybe a breeze came by.
Is it just me, or did your hair get shorter?
It's weighted down by the water. How could it get shorter?
Did I see it?
With your passive perception, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Not
raining.
much goes past you in this kind of weather.
What's
Yeah.
the thickness?
As long as you're out in, as long as you're out in nature,
Yeah.
it drops by 5 if you get yourself stuck in a building.
Can I look for more herbs on the side of the road again? Since it's
Sure, roll me another investigation check.
$13.
You find a few little things of clover. Nice, simple, green, fresh. Seems to be perked up from the rain. And you find a little bit of spatterdock in a little small, we'll call it a roadside ditch, not even a pond. Don't know what to do with it, but it was growing there. Looked green.
I pick it. I'll look as much as I can.
You can get a little bunch of both. But the wagons are leaving you. They're not slowing down or stopping for Zora's herbage gathering.
It's okay.
And y'all get back down to the port, or the docks as they are, and same routine. Bondor opens the doors, you pull in, you unload. The rain's getting a little lighter. You can start to see some afternoon sun come out, and the water's starting to calm. And it, in its rainy state, is gorgeous. Y'all load the wagons back up for the ride home. You are well and truly tired. Jace, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
$21?
That'll do.
What's your roll?
Constitution saving?
Well, no, I'm talking about your actual roll.
17?
Oh, it looks like a 3.
And y'all head back southwest, back to camp, and as the sun is going down, the rain is ending, and you're getting to nighttime at the island. And tonight, you know, seems a little out of the ordinary, but the front gates, as soon as y'all come in, they close them, latch them. They
always?
not that soon. Normally,
I was gonna
oh,
ask.
No.
hmm?
Do the people that were here while we were gone seem on edge, or
No,
anything?
nobody seems on edge, but there's an air in the camp after the thunderstorm, almost an uneasiness. So it's dinner time.
So Zora has sticks of meat with veggies and just looks good, but it's looks like,
Shish kebab.
yeah, with normal meat.
Well, the day before you did, toward later in the evening, the hunters brought you in 2 large boar, field dressed and ready for cooking, salting, preserving. Pork shish kebabs.
With fungi salad.
Fungi salad. Does it have a creamy dressing?
I want to very particularly pick where I sit.
Okay. Very particularly. There's no assigned seating. You can very particularly decide where you want to sit.
Perfect.
I want to walk by Realtor and go, meet me at the table. And
I sit at that table.
And I catch Zora. Meet me at this table.
Alright, so Realtor follows you, and you all sit down in one of the corner tables. Just wave.
Got Garberry.
You know, one is good for an entire day, right?
So the breakfast one works till breakfast.
Yeah, huh? Yeah,
That's game mechanics, but
it sure,
Yadgar may not know that.
Okay.
it sure does. I'm just curious to see what happens if I keep giving them to you.
I'll play along for now.
Wait, you asked me to go to the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I guess I should say, am I hungry?
No.
And bring Thistle.
Zora, do you go get Thistle?
Yes.
Because Thistle's over there with Vondor again on the other side of the
And I
room.
go get the frog.
That's
And I go,
okay.
hey, frog,
He needs something.
you wanted to go
I
to
don't
a
care.
swamp.
I'm genuinely
Come on.
interested, and maybe we
I'm
can
not.
find a week.
Fine.
Something
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm not that bitch.
Oh, so you don't want?
So y'all get crowded around this table.
No, I
It's
just wanna-
y'all all can't fit at this table. It's like a 4-person
Oh,
table.
perfect. Thistles with Fondor. Thank you. Easy out.
I go back.
She did not convince me.
She's not good.
Okay.
Okay.
So you've got
She'll get over it eventually.
You've
Yeah.
got Zora, you've got Froggy, Galeen, and Gatgar. Jace, are you at the table?
I pull out the vial that I've kept in my pocket the entire time, and I set it in the middle of the table. And I go, way off.
What'd you
Roll me an intimidation check.
Ooh.
I don't need to. I got the big guy right beside me.
What'd you
With
lay on
advantage.
Need help.
the- What did you lay on the table?
A vial of
The
a white
mushroom
powder.
spores. Yeah, it's this light tan brown color. It's like this color right here, actually. It's kind of that leather.
18.
You feel a little threatened.
That's good. I had advantage. The first one was 1.
And she kind of looks at you and goes, past you at Blue Guy. Starting to think you're not that imposing.
It's hard to be imposing when you're wet all the time.
True. We'll call you the gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had a talk with someone last night. The powder is from a mushroom called the King's Ransom.
Can we make something out of
I don't think we want to. Apparently it's worth a lot of money.
it? Ooh.
You should perk up over there.
I should.
Money.
Money? I would think anyway.
Or also the fact that he said king's ransom, so, royalty.
So how much coin?
That I don't know. Here, worthless. But it's a good sleeping agent.
So we saw.
Now, does grow in the swamps here. The goblins are apparently making this now.
But they're animals. How do they have the intelligence?
Goblins, huh?
Yeah, there's different types. I've explained this. There's civil, there's animal, and there's royal.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
I don't even know if I've seen goblins.
You've actually run into goblins.
Have I?
When you came through the Feldane Woods, you ran into a clan of them. And they were actually very civil.
So I just kind of look at her and go, every goblin I've ever met's been kind of like
Those-
you.
Yeah, those were the only ones you had run into. You hadn't run into this more animalistic goblin.
That's insulting towards me.
And so, the person I talked to would not mind if I brought you to see him.
For mechanics.
Oh.
The issue I have is the way to get to him is deep underwater.
We do have a frog.
Well, I can breathe underwater, can you?
I can breathe underwater, right?
I wish.
It'd be hard to get you to him that way.
Yeah.
The big problem is that he's talked about something called the undeath.
Ooh. Is it a food item?
No.
So we all have been around a while as far as people and being alive, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Would any of us have heard the term undeath?
everybody that's interested could give me a history check.
I don't know if I would at all be way
You
up
get
on my
you,
mountain.
you have some tribal elders. You know, stories pass.
And you said history?
History, yeah.
13.
15,
6.
19.
19. Jace, you've never heard of undeath. You're like, what? Huh?
10.
10? You not ringing any bells, but you realize you've spent most of your life on a ship. Thistle, you're not at the table.
I'm not even listening.
Not at the Thistle's over there having a conversation with his Bondor that sounds like this. 13. As you were traveling south, chasing after your former servant, you will have listened in on a conversation or two of the campers that you snuck around. And you have heard a whisper of, oh god, the undeath. You get this idea it's a big bad boogeyman, but nothing more past that. Nothing really discussed in your tribe or your thing. You overheard it, some rangers camping, hunting. It just sounded like a boogeyman to you. Gatgar with a 19. Was that a natural 19?
Yes.
Natural 19. There are some stories in your tribe of an ancient evil that attempted to take of the ether and destroy it, and that's what caused the time of dying and the great breaking. And there are stories of this undeath breaking the world.
Would I have put 2 and 2 together with my previous experience not long ago? With the phantom-like beings? Would they have tied together at all?
You might, in your tribal knowledge, be trying to put them together because you couldn't seem to hurt those things.
Right.
But they fucked you up pretty good.
Right.
So undeath is logistically a good term for you for these things.
Yeah.
But you don't feel they have that kind of power.
Okay.
As the stories of breaking of the entire continent and the entire world.
Okay.
So you've heard of it. You've got that much going. That this is mythologically this is potent.
Wait, who did you meet up with?
It's either a dragon or a very powerful wizard.
Dragon? That
Yeah.
means money.
You know the legends of the dragons?
Of course.
You can't tell the difference in a dragon and a wizard.
You know dragons can take a human form.
Well, I haven't seen very many dragons myself, so.
Yeah.
Dragons mean gold.
There's the pirate.
Yeah.
Gold and
Yeah, I wouldn't try robbing this one.
what he doesn't know can't hurt him.
Yeah, he can speak into your mind and turn invisible, and seemingly teleport anywhere he chooses.
So why do we have to meet him underwater?
That's where he, I guess, lair is the best term for it. House, cave.
Can't he meet us there?
I don't know. We can try. Probably not when everybody's awake
Well, obviously.
or here.
Sure.
So, he stated that this undeath is a he and needs enough followers to return.
So, like, worshippers?
Yeah, like a deity.
Interesting. So, are we afraid or wanting to work with him?
Well, anybody willing to work against something that is called the undeath, I'm kind of willing to work with.
That's what I
Has
was
it
thinking.
anybody ever heard?
Nope.
I've heard stories of an ancient evil,
Yeah, evil's great. That's a great word.
a breaking of the world type events. Splitting of continents. Did I say that right?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's something to work against. I'm kind of fond of the world.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, we're here.
Yeah,
If he breaks apart the world, then
we would probably die.
yeah. Also, isn't that out of our hands? Doesn't he seem a bit too powerful for, our skill level?
Maybe, but if we have a very powerful magic user on our side,
And who would that be?
his name is Nemrynyrth.
Interesting.
I don't know if it matters or not. Jace has traveled the world
Yeah, he gave it back.
on
So.
boats. She might have seen this.
Seen the world breaking?
She's seen a lot more than me. She's traveled the world on boat things.
That's the name.
I've traveled the world on boats.
You're one of them boat people too, huh?
Don't dish on boats like that.
How many bellies of a boat have you been in?
You've heard the name. You've heard of the undeath. Have you ever heard the name Nemrynyrth somewhere?
Let me check my memory.
Know of the undeath, right? Or do I know about like the breaking of the world? Or
Good roll.
Give me a history check on that one also.
So
'Cause you've been around a little.
searching my memory banks. I'm rolling to page 16. Is there anything about Nemrynyrth on page 16?
Give me a history check.
Yeah, I did. It was I was on page 16 in my memory bank.
Let's see. Page 16 says Nemrynyrth.
Nemrynyrth.
The name rings a bell.
It does ring bells.
It's a very, very old name.
Old name. Very old. Probably old world name.
And you heard it not long after you had met Jace. You were in a city,
Told you Jace would know something. I heard it when I was walking with her.
and in that city, You were at a tavern and you just heard some old crotchety guy in the corner, old elvish guy, talking about Nemrynyrth the warrior and how he slayed all his foes in the time before the breaking. And you took him from a raving, drunken loon at the time, and now suddenly you're being asked about Nemrynyrth and you're wishing you paid more attention.
That's about all I got for you.
Seems like a person to ally ourselves with.
Do you think he'll share his gold, though?
You know, I've never seen any gold.
Riches come in many forms, not just coin.
And he seems the more that values knowledge.
I was going to say, information is valuable.
So are two hands.
Yeah, I think we should ally with him.
So, you may have said it, but I may have missed it. What did he say to do?
Well, when I spoke with him last, he said I would need friends to help. And honestly, you're pretty much the people I hang out with.
But
And only one of you has robbed me.
why are you looking at me for?
Because I know you took it.
I didn't take anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anybody else think it's weird that the green guy is talking to these mystical beings that nobody else has ever seen?
Yeah, it kind of seems like he's...
Do you think he's sampling the mushrooms and forgot that where they went?
Might happen.
Hmm.
Might have happened.
Real tar?
So,
Apparently real tar stuck in the drink.
That was... Yes, Vanguard.
Do these stories add up to you? You've been here a while.
Which story in particular are you asking about?
Well, we've got this strange dragon musician man. We've got Nemrynyrth. We've got undeath. There's a whole lot of information that this old mountain man ain't ever heard. Juniper, Rain, whoever else was sitting at the table.
Juniper was at the table. Oh, so I'm just gonna do... See what we get.
So you've been sampling Zora's food again, and
Obviously, that's a 10, a 4, and a 4. and Juniper goes, there's the old man of the island. He walks around. Never said hi, bye. You see him passing. It's strange. He's there, I assume. Perhaps it's Zora's cooking? No, I've seen him before Zora got here.
You're speaking of an old man who's able to walk comfortably through an island infested with raptors and goblins and lizard men.
I always thought he was just a very old
And
animal
wears
talker.
a cotton robe.
Cotton. That's 100% silk.
Wasn't the first time I saw him.
Oh, no, that one isn't. No, that's true. Yeah. His out and about robe is just, it's heavy cotton. And Juniper's like, well, Juniper actually wasn't at the table.
I didn't think
No,
so.
I'm sorry. So Real Tar said that. Juniper would have seen him also, but she's not at the table. Real Tar said, yeah. Just thought him an old fool that was good at island walking. Animals don't seem to bother him. He seems fit. I mean, coming from someone, and he flexes his muscles a little and makes a bit of a pose at the table, just halfway. Yeah. But history? No. I don't. None of this rings a bell. Wave seems more for the books than me.
Fair. So what's the plan?
Well, tomorrow is a rest day. Was thinking either we head to the swamp,
We?
try to find these mushrooms, And maybe if we can call him, he either meets us or gives us a way to get to his home.
Wait,
How do 3 of us get out of here?
You can leave.
Hmm.
It's the dangers of the island that's the problem.
wait. So it's like kind of like a cult thing. So if you say his name, he'll be there.
I didn't call his name and he showed up in my room.
Maybe he likes you.
They absolutely snoo.
Hmm?
They snoo. 100%. Brittany guaranteed.
So, do we just walk out in the morning together and nobody questions anything when all of us go together?
That seems the way it works, right, Realtor?
For the most part. Are we planning like a day trip? Travel party here? Are we going to go try to find this Nemrynyrth, or are we going to go swamping?
The goal is to hopefully see Nemrynyrth, because he told me he didn't mind if I brought people.
Okay.
Seems to be a people person somehow.
Well, he called you by name.
If we,
Said he's always watching.
That's concerning.
if we, want to make a day trip of it, I mean, just for the sake of my employment and your employment, maybe, we run past Hell that we'd like to take a few employees with us to haul our gear.
You think you can take care of that while I try to get through this book that I got from Juniper?
Sure. I'll go have a chat with her.
You've
It's our
also
day
known
off.
her longer.
I have. She's a pushover, just a sweetheart that, well, she's a little greedy, but take her love of gold away and not a bad person. But if we play it towards we might make her a few dollars off these King's ransom mushrooms, then maybe perhaps she'll send us a little extra something along with us, something helpful.
That's a good idea.
She's been known to have a few tricks. Gotta watch her. She's sneakier than she seems.
That's good.
But I'll go have a conversation with her. And he gets up and
Zoran, you
he-
want to relay
Darts.
this to Thistle and see if she wants to come along and meet the old man?
I'll try to convince her, but she seems pretty uninterested in you right now.
That's her problem.
It was kind of rude of you. Just saying.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Realtor's the one who stabbed her.
You watched.
I didn't know he was going to do it. And he is faster than me. Have you ever tried to fight him hand to hand? I have.
Maybe she's upset you didn't sing her a song.
I don't sing.
And Realtar, as he's walking out the door, pokes his head right back in the door and goes, "Ah, that's it. Wave. You should probably go sing her a lullaby."
If I do, I'm making sure you're in the room.
And apologize.
I sleep there. Or, I rest there. Not much for sleep unless,
I
he
did. I
looks
even
at
healed
he
her.
looks at the darts in his sash. He goes, "Well, those make me sleep." And he walks off. And with that, sounds like the evening comes to close. Everybody gets foisted back to their rooms or goes back to their rooms. And are you going to stay up all night and read the book? You will run the risk of a point of exhaustion.
No, I'm just going to read till like bedtime.
Okay. So you'll get 3, maybe 4 hours. You'll probably get halfway through the book.
I talked to Thistle about everything that happened. I know you said you were uninterested, but I really think y'all should make up.
Okay.
I understand that he was kind of a dick. Not kind of, really was a dick.
Yeah.
But I think y'all should make up, because y'all seem really good friends.
We're not.
Then are we going to change our plans, taking him with us?
I'm not taking him anywhere.
And with that, we're going to call our mid-session break.
Hold on. Can I get water?
Who are you asking?
Is there not water where the water is?
Are you asking someone for water?
I guess I don't know if I could ask them.
Well, Realtar showed her where the
Juniper showed her.
Juniper showed her.
Vondor showed her.
Somebody showed her where the trophy is.
Juniper gave her.
Then can I just go back to where I was told the water is?
Sure. You go back to the stables just past the outhouse, or the inner outhouse, the latrine as it is. And it offends your royal nose, but it is the shitter. And there's a, large barrel, 6 feet or so in diameter, 3 feet tall, empty. Nope, nobody has filled it.
If you remember from last session, you'd remember that I created a thing of water.
That's a hard thing for her to do.
Just then you feel a tap on your shoulder. Standing behind you is Juniper. Are you looking for something? What was your name again?
Cora.
Cora, are you looking for something this evening? Water. I don't see any water here. Oh, you did a good job today. I'm messing with you. Walks around behind the barrel, and you didn't notice it, but there's a valve. Turns the valve, and it starts to drain water in. And sits there for a minute and goes, "You think you can close that when it's full? Or should I stay here?"
I can close.
Okay. And she walks off. It's late.
Bedtime. Sleepy time.
Thistle,
Yes.
you're asleep.
Yes.
You feel a...
Oh God, I'm not being stabbed again.
Nope.
I'm fine with being stabbed. Oh God, am I being stabbed again? I'm okay with it, just not this soon, man.
No,
The soon.
you feel a firm hand on your shoulder,
Okay.
shaking you.
Yeah.
Thistle, are you awake?
I am now, aren't I?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. About the other day, I think we should just leave water under the bridge then.
Good for you.
I probably get a little eager with the stabbing. I should have only stabbed you once.
I forgive you.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
thank you.
You're my dearest friend. You're my favorite. I told you you're my favorite.
I have a friend.
This sounds terrifying.
I have a friend.
I thought
And-
Sora was your favorite.
You're not there. I can tell whatever lie I want.
You probably want to roll an inside check.
Are you my... I don't think you would care. I think it would just be like, oh.
Yeah, you know. Very nice. Think you should come with us in the morning.
Where are you going?
I'm not sure yet. It's going to be a swamp or an underwater cave with dragons. We'll have to ask Wade. I think perhaps he's been working on the mushrooms too much, but it should be an adventure either way.
The look of horror. Have fun.
You don't want to go?
No, I like not being eaten by raptors.
But if we take the big guy, they'll go after the big guy first.
That's true.
We can run away while he gets eaten.
I'd rather not risk it.
Oh, come on. You're such a good shot with the bow. Wouldn't you want to be? I've seen you target practice. I don't understand. I'm sure it's your way of burning steam or something. But you should come with us tomorrow.
I'll sleep on it.
Well, good. It's not even that late. It's like, you know, the moon's not even full, so go to sleep. Pats you on the shoulder and walks out the door. You know from experience with Realtar, he meditates for about 4 hours. Sometimes during that meditation, he's got his book out and he's drawing with his ink and calligraphy brushes. And he walks to your room. And you've probably just fallen asleep thereabouts. And you hear just a gentle wave, wave, wave.
Not the Sheldon, though.
What?
I hadn't got to talk to you since I talked to Emberhill. But I figured we just
Come in.
You'll have to unlock the door, man.
Didn't realize I locked it.
It's probably become a nervous habit.
Unlock the door.
He walks in, closes the door gently behind him, goes, Emberhill said that if you're not going to go and go on your own little trip for 3 days, if you're only going to make it a day, we could take a few of the workers with us, the ones that are off, and we could take some equipment. But that if we lose any employees, it is coming out of our personal checks. That, you know, any death or dismemberment will come out of our coin purses. I don't know about you. I'm not too fond of losing some coins. No coins, no gambling.
Yeah, but I only gamble a little bit, and that's with you.
Yeah, Big Guy was looking a little tired today, wasn't he?
Nickels pennies
That's about how Realtar gambles. He doesn't gamble big amounts.
He
He's
ain't
looking a
passed
little
out.
tired.
He hasn't passed out yet.
Well, we'll see. You want to go to a swamp, right?
Well,
Or do you want to go find the dragons in the cave?
can you breathe underwater?
He thanks and goes, you know, I've never tried. Could be interesting to try. How does one breathe underwater?
The same way one breathes air.
Okay, maybe never mind. I can swim and hold my breath. How long do I have to hold my breath?
I think I was under there for 2 hours.
The cave itself was empty. It was a couple minute swim though. It was a pretty reasonable swim. Cause you had to swim straight down.
But let's say, 15 minutes to be safe.
I can't hold my breath that long. Alms to the monks I can. Well,
I'm hoping if he's listening. Speaking of, Professor?
roll me a perception check.
11.
Seems like a normal night in your room with Realtar having a conversation.
Okay.
And I think... where was this cave at?
It was the east side, wasn't it?
It was southwest.
Southwest.
Yes.
Yeah,
towards this section of that.
Yeah, southwest of on
That's
the
it.
island.
Yeah.
From the compound
Mm-hmm.
all the way to the cliff's edge and off the edge.
I've never been that far. Off. You jumped off a cliff.
I sure did. Naked.
Shakes his head.
Don't you think snooze?
Naked. Well, You know? Rock out with your cock out. I think we'll be able to take a few of them armed. If you trust letting them have weapons, what do you think? I think if we run into any wildlife, it would be better if they had sharp, pointy things, but on the same hand, sharp, pointy things can be used against us.
Right.
They're not here as willingly as we are.
I trust the big one. He knows what the undeath is. Or at least knows more than we do.
Do you feel he didn't, shall we say, pony up all the information at the table tonight? I
don't know if he didn't pony up all the information or he just didn't pay attention.
He does seem like he gets distracted on occasion. He's always worried about big heavy things.
Right. And lifting rocks.
Yes. That's probably how he got the physique, though. But we do have, spare weapons in the storeroom. Would be better to have a few of them have something sharp and pointy.
I agree.
And let them walk in front.
Yes. So I don't trust the frog not to put a knife in our back.
Gotta be careful. Zora could do that too if she thinks she'd cook something out of you. I saw what she did to the goblin.
It was already dead though. She said if we brought it to her dead, she would cook it.
That's only one step away.
Kidney stew.
Well, I think Thistle will join us tomorrow. She still seems a little, salty.
You did stab her.
I know, I think I apologized. I'm not sure. She said she forgave me, but I never said I apologized, so maybe she knew I was trying to.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's new for me. I don't normally apologize. I normally just do. And with that, he just kind of walks out the door. And
I healed her after you stabbed her, so she's fine.
I know.
And then I woke you up.
I remember. Unfortunately.
Don't stab yourself again.
I think I've had that fun. And he gently closes your door. You hear his very light footsteps down the walkway.
Yeah. Before I go back to sleep, I go, alright, pretty sure you're listening to me. And this is weird. So I feel like I'm talking to myself. I got them together, but they think I'm crazy. And it'd be very helpful if you could prove I'm not crazy.
You hear in your head, well, you are in a room talking to yourself. You have all the appearances of being crazy, but I like that about you. I'm just trying to figure out how many you're going to convince to jump naked off a cliff.
They can't breathe underwater or hold their breath long enough to get down there.
You got one that does.
The frog.
The frog. Bet she swims faster than you do.
Yeah, but what about the other ones? How am I going to get them down?
Lead them to water and see what they do.
Okay. They're going to think I'm more crazy when I walk them to the edge of a cliff and go, jump, you'll be fine.
And the last thing you hear in a fading voice is, good.
Yeah, great, sure. I'm the asshole.
And with that, you find some sort of sleep. Morning comes. It's a sunny day. Those of you that have a level of exhaustion have recovered that. But it is humid today after that rain. It's not as hot, but it is humid. The sky is clear and blue.
Okay.
And Zora has breakfast, as usual. And
The one thing you know you have to do.
how was your soak last night? And Juniper's tapping you on the shoulder. Did you remember to shut that one off?
Did I?
You tell me!
The correct answer is yes.
And Juniper starts to walk off and goes towards the stables to check.
I turned it off.
She comes back, looks at you and goes, "Drain it when you're done."
Okay.
With the ring around the horse trough.
Yeah, there's... If anybody goes and looks at it, there's probably just a ring of slime all the way around it. And
Yeah, don't touch that.
And anybody that takes a bath in it may or may not like it.
When we get back from our day trip, we'll just see them creating a new trough to take you in. A little
Carpenter's out
sign
there.
on the
Dun,
side.
dun, dun.
Not for the grung.
No frogs. No frogs allowed.
I'm up early. I'm sitting at a table before everybody just going.
Alright, so you're probably there with Zora by yourself?
What's up? What? Talk to your dragon friend?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you were serious.
Yes, I did.
Your imaginary friend?
Uh-huh. We'll discuss it when the rest are here. This is not going to be...
Oh, I'm excited.
Just to look like I've got a killer headache. Just like...
Would you like some tea?
What's in it?
Oh, just
Caffeine.
normal stuff.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, you're lost.
Thistle,
Hmm.
you chase the folks out of their rooms.
Unlock the door for fresh meat.
All the normal workers are released for their free day.
Right.
It's early. Y'all are out and about, and y'all go up for breakfast, and a couple of y'all notice Wave rubbing his forehead.
You should try one of them berries.
I ate one before you did. I make them.
And we thought Zora's cooking was bad.
Hey!
Has
Problem?
nothing to do with cooking.
Then what's the problem?
You're not your typical green self.
I kind of stop and I look at my hand. No, still green. We've got to go to the southwest to the cliffside.
Cliffside?
Yeah, the island. It's sheer cliffs.
Yes, but what are we doing by a cliff?
Jumping
For joy
off
of
the cliff.
into
Water.
water.
With
Okay.
spiky rocks?
No, there's no rocks. I've been there.
Okay. I think this has gone a bit far.
Are you saying that out loud, Zora?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I hear.
That's exactly what I would say if I was crazy.
Crazy,
Yep.
yeah.
Plus our clothing will get wet.
I mean, you can strip.
Are you flirting with me?
No.
You're lost.
Is any one of us here good at jumping?
I mean, everybody's good at jumping off something. It's the landing that's difficult.
It's water.
Yeah.
I would assume like, when we've stopped, I've jumped off cliffs, not like major cliffs,
Oh, I'm
but
sure you've
and I've
jumped,
jumped
swam.
I've jumped
And-
off the masts and
And we jump.
Yep.
We go splash.
Yep. And then we swim
I'm
down.
a good swimmer, right?
Couple of minutes,
I
we'll
would
come
say
to
your
a cave
swimming
entrance.
speed is at least half of your
How
walking
long is a
speed.
couple minutes?
It was kind of a weird night.
And we're just supposed to go with this.
He said you'd be okay.
I don't know. Couple minutes underwater to be.
It's nothing.
You've traveled the world. You've probably done everything.
I thought you did too.
Good point.
Did sort of get caught in one of her famous lies.
How big was the storm giant again?
The girl will be fine. She's faster than us.
Is she gonna pull us?
No.
Yeah, I don't think she's strong
I
enough.
kind of look at the.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And for those of us that can't hold our breath for as long as you,
I mean, a couple of minutes should be fine for most people.
What's your constitution modifier?
oh me, I have one of those. 4.
Not your saving.
Oh, 2.
2?
Yeah, I went to the wrong spot.
You're pretty good at holding your breath.
I'm better.
We'll hop in a pot.
What's your constitution modifier?
3.
Won't be the first goblin that's been cooked here.
What's your constitution saving throw? Or what's your constitution score?
17.
Yeah, that was
17.
good constitution. Yeah, you would know you can hold your breath pretty darn well.
I mean, I have been on a boat.
So she says.
And how do we know this isn't some elaborate
Look,
scheme to get us to jump for your enjoyment? Next, you're gonna tell us we gotta, leave our clothes up top too.
probably be helpful. He seems that kind of person.
What kind of dreams you having?
Yeah. Again, hate me like your friends.
Real Tar, are you going along with this?
Well, as of now, sounds like an adventure, and the only reason I'm on this island is for adventure. And, some other things. And he just kind of looks away. Yeah, adventure.
Are you sure you're not insane?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Can I insight wave?
Sure! Insight check. Roll
Can
it.
I
See
do-
it, like
Can I do it too?
Deception or persuasion, your choice. Roll it.
Can I roll 2?
Sure. Insight check.
16?
Good try.
19.
4.
Seems like a straightforward read.
And you'll jump first.
Sure.
I'll hold your hand.
You may not want to do that.
I ship it.
That probably seems faster than you.
Are
Probably.
you in?
No.
Maybe you do want to.
Brittany is shipping it.
Oh.
Brittany ships it so much.
Realtar leans over. Thistle, you're a little quiet.
I'm at Von Dor's table. Okay.
He's kind of stage whispering across to you. You coming with us?
I don't know yet. Okay.
When we head out the gates, that's your choice there.
Zara,
Oh,
you going?
by the
Yes. I'll go, Zara.
way, does
We'll bring a
anybody
snack for
speak
us. It's gonna be
Draconic
special. Just for you.
You're welcome.
or know how to read it?
Of some sort.
I got primordial. I don't got draconic.
I can read some common.
Cora, how do you feel about cliff jumping?
I mean, unlike y'all, I can breathe underwater, so I'm fine with it.
And you're just willing to follow?
Sure. Got nothing to lose.
Fair.
Currently, you're stuck with y'all.
Don't worry, feelings mutual.
Don't seem too
Can I
enthusiastic.
have a different party?
We're going to the cliffside.
The one I
We're
went to the
jumping
other
off.
night, the first night I met him. Yes.
We're jumping off and
Yep.
swimming to an underwater cave.
Yes. We'll come up into well, it's a cave system. It's got like a pool. We'll come out of the water.
Are we playing Minecraft?
Yeah.
And he's supposed to give us the information.
I don't know what he'll give us.
Yeah,
He seems to like to jerk me around.
So, you've gave us very easy tasks so far.
Were you saying that in reference to him?
You gave us easy tasks so far. Walk to cliff edge, jump, and swim.
Yep.
I don't fly. How do I get back up?
Well, last time he teleported me back to my bedroom.
What about our clothes?
Scotty forgot.
No, they were in my room too. I'm wearing them, aren't I?
Yes, but that could be an extra pair.
People have more than one pair of clothes.
So, what's our main goal?
You talk to him. Like, I've given you all the information I have.
He seems very helpful.
Okay, if he can appear out of nowhere. Hello!
Doesn't seem to like to answer people.
Yell louder. I don't know.
Why isn't he here currently?
Have we had our fun and exhausted this bit of the...
Oh, that's up to y'all.
Wait. What if we call his name? Maybe he'll pop up that way.
Go for it.
I forgot.
You might have to do it in a mirror 3 times.
Yeah.
At this point,
Nemrynyrth.
Thank you.
Juniper walks up to the table and goes, Emberhill spoke with me. I know y'all have some plans for the day, and judging by the raucousness of this table and the congeniality that is being expressed here, I have a feeling that she looks at you and she looks at Realtar that we won't do anything stupid today, right?
We're going...
They're the boss.
How much does Juniper know?
Nothing.
You'll have to ask Wave if we're doing anything stupid today.
Wave, don't do anything stupid. You know the repercussions.
Don't worry, I won't do Cora.
And I really don't want to lose any money to volleyball.
Yeah, that's a good way to catch flies.
I mean, you are a frog after all.
Anyways, and she squeezes your
You're
shoulder,
any better.
Wave, firmly. You realize she's stronger than she looks. And she takes another plate of food and, as normal, walks down with a plate of food and a cup of coffee. Realtar goes, well, I guess we should get a little equipment for the day. This is not a normal day for us. And he reaches into his sash and pulls out his... It's not a key ring, because you've never heard keys rattle, but it's like a key wallet. There's individual little layers of thin leather separating each key so it makes no noise. And he pulls it out, and he rotates out a key, and goes, let's go.
Do we
Nemrynyrth.
invite Bondor? He's off today.
Well, let's ask him.
Hey, Vondor.
Mondor's sitting next to Thistle.
Vondor, can you come over for a moment?
Stands up and you hear the floor creak. Walks over and goes, "Yes, Gengar.
Would you like to go out on an adventure with us today?
What is the adventure?"
Well, Wave is kind of leading.
We're going cliff jumping and for a swim.
Wave. I love to swim. I'm afraid of heights.
You're 8 feet tall.
We all have our problems.
Figured we'd offer. See if you would be interested in the journey. Maybe you can bring Thistle and y'all can talk.
He walks back over. Thistle, you going with them?
Unfortunately.
Would you like me to go?
Yes.
Do you want me to? He looks back at the table. Jump off a cliff.
No. I'll let you in on a secret, dearie. I'm gonna push one of them off. You'll never guess which one. But I have to go because I have to protect my skull.
He rolled a 13 on insight.
Yes, I'm planning to push one off.
Oh, she's not even gonna roll for deception. This is straight. She's just being straight with me.
Well, no.
You know, Bondor has a stat
Area.
block around here somewhere.
I
Yes.
say Nemrynyrth.
Nemrynyrth?
Nemrynyrth. His name 3 times.
Nimmy.
Okay. You said his name 3 times.
Good job.
And it kind of is just echoing in your head. Nemrynyrth. Now it's stuck on your tongue. And you know how the lyrics of a song get stuck in your head? Now Zora's just Nemrynyrth.
Sounds about right.
Yes.
Manamana.
And it is.
What'd she say?
Manamana.
And now it is stuck in your head.
Yay.
So, Realtar walks down to the storage room, which y'all have been in, but y'all have not been in. And, unlocks it and, lights a little oil lamp right there. And you see crates and boxes and all kinds of stuff. And goes, Wave, what do we need for this adventure?
I guess just some weapons in case we get attacked.
Well, what kind of weapons do we need? We have all kinds of weapons. He goes,
I have my staff.
Hammer. Big hammer.
big hammer. And, I look around and he goes, short and big hammers, big boy. I have this. And he grabs off the wall and you see him just holding it and it dwarfs him. A great axe.
Wait a second.
What type of damage does this do?
Great axes do slashing, if I'm not mistaken.
Do we have a bludgeoning tool? Hence hammer comment.
Didn't y'all get attacked by goblins? We
No,
like to
only hammers and
We're going.
Do you have
bludgeoning
anything
things.
that would do piercing?
Well, yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Y'all see now that your eyes are adjusting. Y'all see heavy crossbows, light crossbows, short bows, long bows. A lot of your basic weapons.
Can we take a crossbow?
You have your pick. And there's light and heavy crossbows on the wall.
I'll grab a crossbow.
Light or heavy.
I guess light.
Do I see any
That's
of
what
the
that means.
rings? Like what I have?
You know those, because you got yours, are locked away. Those are kept under lock and key. And you feel that you're not likely to get one.
Can I take crossbow and some arrows?
Let's see.
Bolts.
Light
Bolts.
crossbow. Sure. You can. And Realtar reaches up and he pulls down a light crossbow and hands it to you. And he pulls down a light crossbow and hands it to you. And he looks at you and he goes, grabs 20 bolts and hands them to you. And he grabs 20 bolts and goes, tucks them in a pouch and he goes, you gonna shoot me in the back?
No.
You sure? Your
Yes.
Highness? You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Hand you 2 bolts. Hand you all 20. So on your inventory you can put down a light crossbow, 1d8 piercing, range 8320, and 20 bolts each. And I said you pick
Great axe.
Great axe, yeah, because everything else seems small to you. But the only other thing that seems Gatgar sized is on the wall. There are actually 2 pikes.
What is the plus the hit?
Still slashing though, not bludgeoning. So.
If you're proficient, it's your proficiency bonus.
What is
Oh. Okay.
1d what? Per great axe?
Great axe is 1d12 slashing. It is a 2-handed weapon.
Would there possibly be a longsword?
What the fuck are you gonna do with a long sword? A 6-foot long sword, 3-foot tall grump.
Listen, I mean, there's.
That's available to everybody.
Can I look around that?
I mean, you're proficient in that type of weapon.
Is there a rapier? Would that be more?
The only rapier you have seen so far is on Emberhill's side and Juniper's side. You've seen no other rapiers, and you look around this room, you don't see any rapiers.
Oh wait, no, I don't carry it with me.
I flushed at him.
Short sword?
You see a whole barrel, literally, of short swords. There's like 10 in it.
Can I pick one up?
Sure can. Short sword will be 1d6 piercing. And it's considered a finesse or a light weapon.
It would be
You
this
say you have a
plus
weapon you're
2.
not taking with you.
I don't want to take
Actually,
it
it's
with
gonna
me.
be
Okay, I was about to say, you know we're
It's gonna
going
be your
for it, that's right.
proficiency plus whatever the skill is.
I'm taking it with me. I just don't carry it around.
What is
I was about to say, you better bring it.
weapons?
It's my rapier.
What would the damage be on the sledgehammer I got quote yesterday?
Probably 1d8 bludgeoning. Yes, on finesse weapon you can use your dexterity plus your proficiency, so both those will be a +5.
Okay, so plus the crossbow would also be plus 5.
Yeah, I believe that falls under because you're proficient in ranged weapons, right?
I think so. Where do I?
On your right.
Right hand side.
Crossbow, yeah. You're proficient, so it would be a +5 there also.
They don't call me Brittany Party Killer Low Boy for nothing, I'll tell you that.
I'd say no to you before you came up here.
So we gave out 2 light
Up
crossbows.
hitting you in the face when I didn't need to.
And you grab the short sword. Yeah, 40 bolts. Anything else anybody might like? And Realtar reaches and he opens up a kind of like a chest crate. It's crate, but they have hinges fairly roughly screwed onto it. And he hands a couple of leather backpacks out to those that don't have, a pack. And y'all can get water skins and rations as usual. Zora has her normal morning table that, she sets out the dried meat that she's been curing, over time.
By the way, I get my rapier from my room.
You get your rapier? Okay. So you walk to your room and get your rapier. And as you see Zora, as you're exiting, you see something you've not seen in the past few days that you've been here. Zora's got a weapon. And it's a rapier. You feel just a little tense. I don't think Zora would know that she wants a rapier.
Oh, darn.
It's a player voting.
Alright. The next day, this day. And there's a couple hanks of rope if anybody wants to grab some rope.
Yep.
Let's see, is there enough rope? There's enough rope. They have rope. I didn't write that much down. So there's plenty of rope. Anybody that wants to grab 50 feet of hempen rope can put down 50 feet of hempen rope.
Maybe.
We all combine our rope. We don't have to jump off the cliff. I'm just saying.
I mean, this is a
Well, it
potential.
could be an offering thing because.
The dragon wants rope.
No!
I'm very confused.
All dragons love rope.
Bad dragons, anyways. Alright. And Realtar looks at everybody else and goes, well, this is on foot.
Hey.
Wave, we're following you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we left camp?
Yeah, I guess we
You're about
start
to.
out.
Okay, the camp's not gonna be there when we get back, because if the player remembers, there is seaweed in an oven.
That never got taken out.
Still there.
I would assume she's cooked a couple of meals
No.
since then.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's a
Okay.
different oven.
She had a guard watching it too.
Oh, yeah,
That
I
was
did. yesterday. It's a new day.
So
I take it out.
I don't want to camp there when I get back.
you see Vondor, he grabs a 7-foot tall war bow. You've got a long bow, but his is Vondor sized.
Very cool.
Oh, y'all might piss something off.
We knew the first time.
Dora, where's the grumpy gnome this morning?
Grumpy gnome?
Yeah, he didn't come bebopping by with his coffee.
Oh, he did. The DM just didn't describe it. It's like on cue. This is the happiest, grumpiest, coffee-powered gnome. This is kind of like Papa Smurf mixed with Carpenter Smurf gnome. For those of us that are old enough. All right, and you leave.
Smurfs, evil Smurfs.
And you leave camp. And I'm assuming you're leading this party.
Yep.
The same way went last time.
You went through at night. I need a survival check for the first leg of this journey.
Do you want help with that?
How are you going to help lead him to somewhere you've never been?
No, like keeping an eye out.
Okay.
And like watching for where we're traversing.
So you can roll, or
13.
you can roll with advantage.
So
Did you roll with advantage?
can
I
I
can.
I can roll.
can I give bardic inspiration, or is that only?
You can give bardic inspiration, absolutely, because bardic inspiration lasts for 10 minutes, but you only have so many uses per day.
Actually, I have guidance.
Yep, that works too.
Ooh.
You can use guidance and bardic inspiration.
That makes a 17 for me.
Did you
With
roll
guidance.
your d4? You have to roll it.
21
21. Jesus.
without anything.
Eh. 14.
Did you give bardic inspiration out?
Oh yes. Let me look and see.
Well, she got
Okay, I do that.
21. I got 14.
Or as you're about to give them bardic inspiration, you go, they got this. And y'all do. You start heading a very nice clear path to the southwest. It looks to be regularly traveled by the animals of the island. It is quite visibly beaten path. It's easily wide enough that you hear thump, thump, thump behind you. Do you turn around and look?
Yeah.
Vondor's catching up.
Okay.
And he kind of runs over to Thistle and goes, here, what are we doing?
Walking.
Starts walking.
How are you today?
Good, dearie. How are you?
I'm okay.
Did you sleep well?
The oven's a bit cramped.
Probably from all that seaweed you lifted.
Right. Yeah.
Is that stench we smell?
You mean the fragrance that I...
Seaweed flavored goblin?
So, are you going to be trying to make this trek stealthily, at a stealthy, quiet, sneak through the woods pace, or you're just going to go through it at a normal pace, have conversations?
How do y'all want to do it? There's animals
You
out here.
have the experience.
You're leading this party.
It was at night and I saw nothing, apparently.
So how are you moving?
What do y'all think?
I'm
Moving
moving
here
normally.
too?
I don't care if
I
there's
guess
a
right
sneak
now I'm
in.
moving normal.
I'm going at your pace.
Yeah.
Y'all can sneak if you want, but I'm gonna cancel that.
Yeah.
I'm talking loudly.
Alright. Who's in the front?
Obviously.
Not it.
Guess me. I'd have to lead to the.
You in
The
front
death
with
spot.
Wave? Give him the
Yeah.
21. Alright.
Jump, don't leap.
So,
Wait.
Jace
Purple.
and Wave are heading up this train of misfits. Headed to the southwest, to the cliff faces.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Can I be in the middle?
Sure can. You can absolutely be in the middle. Little gold froggy in the middle.
That is so
Me and you
nice.
should take up the rear. Me and you should take up the rear.
Do you have a Gondor
You also
real
notice there's two. This is just there's two Jaces. You know,
No, I was saying
No.
that Thistle was back there.
it's all.
What's your favorite part
I was just
about
piddling
walking
with my
on this
magnets.
trail?
But
The part where we don't die.
y'all get through. Morning comes, starting to get towards noon. Give me another survival check. Y'all been traveling for 2-3 hours.
I had 5.
13.
13.
She's lit.
You feel like you know where you're going?
Survive. Do I need to do this too?
No. You're in the middle.
Okay.
We're following.
Is anybody keeping an eye out for wildlife?
Yeah,
I have a
obviously, that's-
21 passive. I
Yeah.
figure.
Can I look for herbs?
Sure.
And in my head, I'm going.
Give me an herbalism check.
In my head, I'm going. You better show me the path, cause it was nighttime.
We're gonna be out here walking for 40 years in the desert.
9.
Nothing sticks out. It's just there's so much greenery and the rustles over here and it rustles over here, and you just can't really focus on any one plant to see anything that looks like it would be any good for you.
Not many arrows.
I think this Nemrynyrth is the same one that led Moses.
Everybody make me a perception check.
Oh gosh. No, if this one kills me.
17.
I got a 6.
18.
21.
11.
Yakgar,
Yeah,
clean.
no, you take the higher.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Y'all
for-
notice a fairly large beast that neither one of y'all recognize traveling off into the woods. Maybe 20 yards past. It just kind of, oh, did you use some 20 yards out of the woods? You just notice it just, you noticed it was larger than you, black, had 4 legs, long tail. That's all you got.
Would I have put species together at least?
Cat-like.
Yeah.
You've seen cats.
Yeah, that's why I
You've
thought.
probably seen some snow leopard up in the
Right.
similar shape, a little larger.
Yeah.
Just jet black.
Did it seem to pay us attention? Or was it on its own little path?
It was watching. 18's high enough. It wasn't stalking you, but watching you. You've dealt with enough prey, hunter,
Animal.
prey,
Yep.
animal.
Hey, Wave.
Yeah.
Big kitty cats.
There's a lot of them.
Food?
Yes, you
Are you
would
going
be.
to carry it?
Too small.
Yes, you would.
Exactly.
Yes, you would be.
At about this time, it's dead noon, it's hot, and you'll break into a clearing. You immediately recognize the feeling of salt spray in your face from like high up at a mast. And you look and you see the ocean. I believe
Mm-hmm.
you see the emerald waters. And you recognize them by their namesake, very green, emerald color. You've sailed on these
Yep.
before. You've sailed on these before. You recognize it. You might have.
You don't know.
To you, it's all salt water.
Okay.
And you hear the roar of the wind and the crashing waves, and probably 60 or so yards in front of you is a cliff face.
I assume this is the place.
Yep. Believe so.
Give me a perception check. See, it was nighttime.
18.
It feels right, it sounds right, and you imagine this would be a daytime visage of what you dealt with.
Can I look a little bit over the cliff?
You can walk all the way to the cliff face if you'd like.
I don't get so close to it, but I try to look over it from a distance. Just close enough.
You see the emerald waters. You look down, it's a sheer cliff with just enough jaggedness to look like, you know, you've been working with rocks the past few days quite a bit. It looks like a rock just broken in half. It's not super smooth, but it's what it looks like to you.
Do I think I've ever seen this island?
Give me a history check.
How's the ocean? Is it rough or is it?
It's fairly calm, but the waves are breaking against the base of the cliff.
I can't roll for shit this campaign.
Me neither.
I've had one good roll.
What was your roll?
You said history? 5.
You've seen a lot of islands.
Do they all look broke off?
No, that is distinct, but this is a viewpoint that you've not had. You go, I might recognize this if I was out there.
Miss the sea life.
So we just over the edge.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Leap of faith.
Down to the cave entrance.
Just like water to me.
Where exactly is the cave entrance?
Underwater.
Okay, so we swam back towards the island from jumping off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only rock around here that I know of.
Everybody roll me a perception check.
Natty 20.
16.
17.
22.
18. Oof.
So is everybody ready to jump? 'Cause I'm going.
Everybody with that perception check, you notice there is a large black panther, like 20 yards, sitting 3 or 4 feet off the edge of the cliff, just looking at all y'all.
Off the.
Well, from the edge of the cliff. There's
Flying panther.
I understand why you're seeing people now. Panthers float.
There's 3 or 4 feet just watching y'all, tail twitching.
That's a big kitty.
Just sitting there watching us.
Yawns, big mouth of teeth.
Is that something I would think a wild panther would normally do?
Give me a nature check.
16?
Seems like unusual behavior for a large jungle cat,
Yeah.
but this is kind of your first this close interaction with
Of
a jungle
course.
cat. You might have seen one off in the distance or in a cage being transported for sale or something, but seems odd. You do realize there's a lot of you, and Vondor's big, and Gatgar's big, and
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking at Wave, Strange, and at the cat.
He gets behind us.
Friend of yours?
So here's the cliff face,
Does it
like
talk?
right here.
Try to talk to it.
Y'all are kind of.
I can't.
So look, here's a cliff face.
Tried to talk to your last friend. They didn't speak either.
Yeah.
It's over here on the edge, just facing towards y'all, watching.
That's that. There's not many there.
Only so many hours in a day.
Wave at it. It raise a palm like
It just licks its lips.
Oh God.
Anybody worried about getting wet?
I don't want to ruin my stuff, but I don't trust certain people.
Well,
It's not
come
me.
on.
No, you're trusted.
It's that one.
What do y'all do?
That's what I said to Wave.
Yeah. I jumped naked last time. This time I'm gonna try it with clothes. Run, jump off.
When he gets to the edge, you want to try to push him.
I'm just charging off.
Then I don't push him.
Into a dive.
He's dead. Let's leave.
Yeah.
Vondor?
Vondor is just staring.
Yep.
Like 6 feet, just
Vondor.
1,000-yard stare.
Reach over, tap him. Vondor.
Do that.
Apparently, we're supposed to jump.
And we watched Wave go into the water.
Nope, Vondor didn't see that.
No, I know.
I
He's
look
still
over-
back here.
Can I slightly look over the ledge?
And you see Wave about 150 feet or so down in the water with his staff.
Do you think he's dead? I think
No,
he's
he's not.
dead. How long do you think?
I'm
he
jumping.
is?
Jump. I want both of y'all to give me an acrobatics check.
Oh well, maybe he will.
Why would you try to jump on me?
That's a good plan. Let's throw Alex at him.
8.
You made it down, but it wasn't
7.
ready. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
17.
17. You look up and there's this flapping golden grung just doing the frog float and fall straight at you, and you're able to bloop underwater and belly flop right next to you.
Vondor.
I'm staying underwater now.
Well,
What's your other option?
Swims well unconscious.
that's good. Well, there's no turning
I'm
back
gonna go
here.
talk
We
to the
walked
cat.
long enough.
I think it's dead.
Death one way or the other.
Well,
I want to see you go talk to the cat.
Grabs his axe and starts walking towards the cat.
Alright then.
We can't let him go talk to the cat by himself.
I'm going to stay here and watch.
Oh
And
dear.
then I'll jump.
I knew this was a bad idea.
We're just gonna let Vondor die. He's been nice to us.
Hey.
See how big he is.
Oh, I knew this was a
See
bad
how
That's
big
a
that
house
cat is?
cat to
I knew this
him.
was a
He
bad
gets like 6 or 8 feet away from the cat. They just have a staring contest.
Nope.
They're just
Nope.
got an axe, just staring. Big yellow eyes from the cat, just and all you see is Vondor's back, just
That's interesting.
ripples of muscle flexed,
that's very.
and they're just locked, just staring at each other.
Is Realtor still up here?
You see Realtor going. He's on the edge, and he goes.
Can we tackle
I might eat the
Vondor off since he probably won't jump?
I'm not pissing that big guy.
I don't blame you.
And you see, he doesn't wear much for clothing, and he's just dropping.
But what do we do? Do we leave him up here with the cat while we jump?
I think I'm gonna retire.
He's a grown
I
ass.
think I'm retiring.
Minotaur. He can do what he wants.
Fair enough.
I'm not gonna. Nope.
I'm really not worried about his chances against the cat.
And Realtar's popping off his shoes, going, I can't swim that well. He drops trowel, and you see a naked dark elf jump.
Well, if we're getting naked,
Damn.
guess I will too.
And you see him. It's
I
not
wanna do
beautiful,
some-
but he points his hands, and it's looking like a good dive, and he starts to lose it, and ploosh! It's a cannonball. And he goes, wave, I don't swim well. Wave, wave, wave.
Ready to
I'll
go?
come over.
Why did I let you talk me into this?
Leg
What'd you
onto
say?
my shoulder.
We're jumping.
Damn.
Okay. Acrobatics check.
16. Serena. I'm jumping
Okay.
with nothing on.
Okay. Strip down goblin.
23.
23. Whatever you wanted to do in that double backflip, twist, curl.
Go for it.
Y'all that are down there see this Goliath. Did you stay in your armor and stuff?
I kept everything moving.
He just
Armor? He didn't have armor.
yeah, you
did
got
you-
to keep
Oh,
your
yeah,
armor.
yeah.
No, you had no weapons, but you had your armor.
6.
In his armor just does this beautiful air ballet on the way down into the water, like almost made no ripples. And then right behind that you hear a screaming naked goblin. Show off!
Somewhere I got a sign that says 10. And I moved the sign and it says 1.2.
and you look up. Did you jump? Are you still on the cliff?
I'm still with us.
You see Vondor holding his hand out now, and the cat is licking his hand.
Aww.
I thought he jumped.
No,
No,
Vondor
that's-
said he was afraid of heights.
That was
So-
Realtar.
Yeah, Realtar jumped.
He's gonna get it. No.
He's gonna get eaten. That's so morbid.
And he looks over at you and goes, Thistle, you staying with me or you jumping with them?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay. I have me a new friend.
Okay.
I'll call it... What should I call it?
Nim. Ren.
I'm gonna call it Blackie. Because it's black.
Nice kitty.
I'm jumping in now.
Nice kitty.
Oh, El Gato Negro.
Yeah. I'll jump in now.
Oh, man.
Is there any chance the fog kills me?
Coleman's coming out.
I don't even call it.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
If I roll bad enough, will the fog kill me?
Thank you.
It's killed me. I rolled a 1. Can I die, please?
No,
Please.
but you belly flop hard.
I'm asking nicely for death.
Hmm.
Please roll 12. Was it a 12?
No,
Was it 15?
no.
Okay.
You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
That was almost enough.
Hey, can you stab me real quick?
No. What is your health? 11?
Yeah, 12.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, no, I did that wrong.
Can I heal?
No, I think I'm just gonna stab myself.
Oh, wait, I
Do
don't
I
know
have
that.
any knives? I don't have a knife.
After that impact, you don't know what you have.
Yeah.
Wave, you saw Thistle crack. And it was kind of doing the dead man's float.
Swim and get her. And hold it so she don't drown.
And all of y'all looking up at the cliff face, see Vondor sitting there, cross-legged, petting the big cat.
No.
And cat's tail twitching.
Water feels amazing.
Is she are you conscious? Hello?
He waves.
She has good animal handling.
The
That's
air
what
felt
I've been doing.
great. The waves are amazing.
He goes,
the cat's
I'll
kind of
take
cute. I
your
don't think I
stuff
should.
to camp.
I didn't like anything.
I would
Took
kill
2 of them straight down.
What did I just say?
By the way, Zora, currently your AC is 10. Because you stripped off all your armor.
Oh, squishy.
I am very squishy.
You're so squishy.
Oh well. Hopefully we don't have to battle some sharks.
We
or
will.
alligators.
We will.
Or imaginary dragons.
Alligators.
Hey, they made a good song.
And this is how the band got its name, right?
I cast Healing Word on Thistle because I'm
That's a
guessing
mistake.
he's unconscious.
Don't do it. That's a mistake. Just leave me for dead.
Let's
And
just be
she
glad it
regains
was
8
water, not
hit
concrete.
points.
That's
I
total
was
D6 damage.
listening.
We all would have took that.
Okay, thank
We
you.
all would have took that.
Right?
I was splatted pretty.
This is you ever belly flopped real good from a really high
It
dive?
feels like concrete.
It hurt.
Any belly flop hurts.
The higher you are, the more it hurts. But
I
Alright,
kind
we're
of
in
lightly
water.
slap her. Are you awake now? Hello?
Can I continue to be unconscious from that way?
I think with that, how many? 8 points?
Yeah.
I think you got healed up.
Okay.
fuck off.
I hope you can swim.
All right, Wave.
What's your
I hate you, and I hope you die.
What's your Constitution modifier?
2?
2. So you can hold your breath for 3 minutes.
Yay.
Yours is 3. You can hold your breath for 4. Yours is 2, so you can hold your breath for 3. 3. And that leaves your real tar on the short end of the stick.
Oof. Why do we bring me?
Would Wave work like a human scuba tank?
He's actually breathing like fish.
Okay.
He's not holding air.
Good try.
Alright, now
We swim down to the cave entrance.
And I want a survival check from you.
can I help?
You may help.
Well, that's good. Because that's a 2
16?
with my guidance.
16.
Do I need to roll? Do I need to help? Can I help?
And
9.
just 2 helming.
Bardic inspiration? Or is that
It's a
too
little
late?
late. He's already rolled.
Okay,
So
that's metagaming.
as you go, yeah, it will on stuff like Bardic Inspiration. You have to give it before a dice roll. So
Like your enthusiasm.
you realize that everybody's a little disoriented, but you get their attention and you dive down, and you start swimming down. And everybody does fairly well. You can go down 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet. The water's good and clear, still fairly light. 80 feet, 90 feet, and about 95 feet down, there's this large opening, probably 15 feet in diameter. Looks fairly natural. And Wave, you, to best you can tell, recognize this.
Mm-hmm.
It's been solid cliff, fairly smooth rock face until the big old cave. Y'all go in it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Follow the one that thinks he knows where he's going.
And y'all start swimming. And we swim. And the cave goes like this for 40 feet, 50 feet. It starts to pitch up a little. 60 feet, 70 feet, 80 feet. And then you just start to see a little bit of light. Poof! You're up. And you're in a subterranean cave. And it's dark. Who has dark vision? Does it say you have dark vision?
Nope, but I got blind sight.
It's a sense. It kind of.
I can see within 10 feet.
Yeah, you can tell it's kind of like a bat.
Yeah.
Almost. You can tell your other people around you.
Yep.
That everybody's here, and you can hear Realtar panting. Barely made it. He was at the cusp.
I have dark vision. 60 feet.
60.
60.
60.
I'm a
It's pitch fucking black. You can hear water. You can hear your other people splashing around you. All your other senses work. It's cooler though. Gatgar, suddenly it feels better to you. Temperature has dropped significantly. Do you have dark vision?
I was looking it up. It doesn't say it on my sheet.
God, I hope we don't.
If it doesn't say it on
Do
your
it
sheet.
say under passive perception and
I'm
such?
gonna die from cold.
Right here on the left?
Yeah, it would say it
I'm
under
dead.
that.
Okay. No dark vision.
But
Wave.
Well,
but on
no,
here it
it's
says because yours is
don't.
nocturnal.
What I do
because I
have
didn't
is
want my
a
precious
flint and
sword.
steel and
It's very
torches.
precious to me. I think. I don't know. I really hope I do. I hope I
You have the ability to
What
remove water.
source are you on
Huh?
there?
You have the ability to remove water.
Yeah. Can I solve this?
Yeah.
I cast create destroy water on my backpack
Mm-hmm.
and dry it out, and then I
Okay.
light a torch.
All right. And you'll suddenly see before you a rather immense cavern.
It's a good torch.
As far out as the torchlight goes, just big, massive. You can't see the ceiling. It's
You
huge.
bumped it just now.
It fits.
I don't think he's crazy.
And
It's a cave.
He had some of those different mushrooms and got
Really?
lost one day.
it's really, really quiet.
It was all a dream.
You gotta call your friend?
I start walking the direction that I remember where the statues were
Okay.
and the draconic writing.
The ones on the little pedestals, with the draconic on the floor.
Yep.
Okay. And you come just out. You remember y'all swim a little further, and you come to that long set of stairs that descend into the water. And about that time, as you do, you remember there were several candelabras before. They light. And you don't see
Magic candles.
all the way, but you see, as you're looking down, you see the cave begins to come more carved and more worked. Instead of just being raw, natural cave, y'all see a carved. You start to see pillars and columns. And a set of stairs. So you've got all your natural cave wall, then you see these set of stairs with the pillars and columns, and that's kind of where the candles end. And coming down the set of stairs, y'all see an older, fit gentleman in a dark green silk robe with gold trim on the robe.
I just kind of turn and I look at everybody who was saying I was crazy. Yeah.
Oh my god, dragon!
And he looks and goes, "Very funny, Zora. Always the comedian. But, welcome to my humble abode."
Okay. The old man in the sea is real.
Congratulations, you're not crazy.
Can you see it from our side? Walk to a cliff, jump, meet a dragon man. Surprised you didn't tell us Lucy was out here too.
How tall is he?
Solid 6 foot, maybe 6'1". Well built.
Oh, he's kind of short.
He's not. He's definitely shorter than Gatgar, shorter than Bondar. He's about the same height as Real. And about the same height as Wave. But so he comes down those stairs and tells y'all welcome. You see behind him the rest of this illuminates, and you see a massive chamber of solid.
If only we had a dwarf.
You can't tell how wide it is or how deep it is. It just goes, but it's all illuminated now, and you see hanging braziers down in the middle of it.
Why are the bras down here?
Braziers.
I was about to say I missed some.
They're holding logs. And he bids you welcome. And he goes, well, I see that 2 of you chose the clothing optional route. Realtar, Zora, come with me for a moment. And he leads you just up the stairs and immediately to the right. And he opens a large, heavy wooden banded door. And inside is probably a 10 by 10 room. And it's nothing but clothing. Mostly silk robes in various colors. And a few just light lounging pants. And you're welcome to choose what you want. You see Realtar, he kind of goes... Those of y'all are still hanging back, but Zora, you see Realtar, and he just kind of... He starts thumbing through. He starts thumbing through and he finds this long, what to him is going to drag the ground, red velvet robe, and he pulls it out. He just pulls it on and ties the sash. And he looks and he sees a pair of slippers that look like they're made out of, like they're lined with sheep's wool. Slips into them, walks off and goes, Wave, I think we're sleeping in the wrong place.
Is there a deep red robe?
Hmm?
It's gonna be huge on me.
No, there's some small ones.
Oh, okay.
Would you look at that here?
What kind of shoes?
What do you want?
Silk slippers. Boots
Boots?
that go here.
Don't really see anything quite of that fashion. Everything here is more loungy.
Oh, okay. Then I'll wear slippers.
You see, very comfortable pair of Zora-sized slippers. You get dressed and you come and he goes, come. I'm sure y'all are hungry after this journey. And desire a fine meal. And as you follow him and you walk, it's just a massive chamber. It's 100+ feet long, 80+ feet wide, giant columns. And you walk down to one end.
Continue.
And he takes you to a left turn, corridor narrows, and you go through, and you get to a smaller room, maybe 20 by 20. And there's a large dining table, wood-burning fireplace going. And he goes, who's hungry? What do you want?
I'm good.
Anybody hungry?
I'm assuming I had a berry this morning at breakfast, so am I hungry?
It's up to you. Technically, no.
No.
What would you recommend? I'm down to try anything.
What do you like?
Don't ask that one that.
Well, what would you like, Chase?
How long were we in the water?
Of secrets.
How long were we in the water?
Not long enough for you to get your soak for the day.
No, not long enough to get your soak, but long enough Realtar almost died. That was at the end of his breath holding ability. All 1 minute plus 1 minute of almost blackout. And Realtar, he goes, well, I like fried spider legs. Heard about this water spider called a lobster. Like to try that.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
And you see, gentleman, he goes, oh, my manners, I'm sorry, I apologize to y'all. My name is Nemrynyrth. You're Gatgar, and you're Jace. And you, quiet little swimmy one, you're Kaling Cora. Thistle. That's not your given name, is it? It's your clan name. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Wandering name, but same thing.
A wandering name. We shall have to have a conversation about these tribal naming. And Zora. And with that, he walks over to a shelf and he pulls off this large gold, jewel-encrusted goblet, sets it down on the table, and spreads his hands, and all the sumptuous food that you can imagine pops up. Grapes, apples, pears, several giant lobster roasted, some melted butter next to them,
I've seen lobster before.
some roast bugs for the frog type. Wave. There's this beautiful salad bowl and mushrooms, and for the most part, y'all are being treated to a hero's feast. So anybody that eats may have those benefits.
I've seen lobster before, right?
Sure.
I'll eat a few of the
I've
bugs.
eaten lobster.
You can
Were
watch.
you fed last time? Don't you have a kitchen to cook in?
I guess since it appeared, I'm eating.
Forgive the curiosities, but how?
How?
Right?
The food?
Right?
I have my ways.
I would like to learn.
Would you share a little?
Who
Who are you? What are you?
My name is Nemrynyrth, and I'm older.
Obviously.
Human. And I have a well-developed ability to manipulate the ether to my desires. And that was a jewel-encrusted chalice, and you saw it disappear. Wasn't cheap. But everyone gets a, you get an hour to eat. Anybody, all diseases, poison, you will be immune to poison and being frightened for 24 hours. All wisdom saving throws are made with advantage. Your hit point maximum increases by 2d10,
Hit point max.
and you gain the same number of hit points. And this is all good for 24 hours. So yeah, roll 2d10 and add those as hit points. They're not temporary. It is actually increasing your max HP temporarily.
You said roll a d10 and then add 2.
2d10.
2d10.
The healing part of this, am I back up to full HP?
Hmm?
Am I still dying? Or does this heal?
This would increase your hit point maximum
But it
by
doesn't
your
heal?
2d10, and you would gain those points.
Oh, okay.
So, whatever you roll for your d10,
What
Which
does
one's
it
a
all
10?
do? 'Cause I can't comprehend all the stuff that you just said.
Ask for you to read it one more time.
so you roll your 2d10, you take that number, and that increases your hit point maximum. So if your hit points are currently at 10, you now have, if you roll 15, you now have a hit point maximum of 25.
Yeah, I get that.
And you have
but I was
10 hit
meaning
points of the number you rolled.
What were you meaning?
like reading all of it again.
Oh, you bring forth a great feast, including magnificent food and drink. The feast takes 1 hour to consume and disappears at the end of that time. And the beneficial effects don't set in until this hour is over. Up to 12 creatures can partake of the feast. A creature that partakes of the feast gains several benefits. The creature is cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison, and being frightened, so all of y'all can give the crone a hug right now. And makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum also increases by 2d10, and it gains that same number of hit points. These benefits last for 24 hours. That's the first treasure you had seen, Wave. And it just vanished at the same time. And you all sit down and eat. And he sits down and he pulls over a large, looks like a steak. Starts to eat and goes, Zora, I know you love to cook. I hope this is to your approval.
I need the recipes.
Thistle, you've been quiet lately. Is everything okay?
Of course.
Excellent. Jace, there's something wrong with her. She didn't call me dearie.
She does tend to use that one a lot.
Also, just a slight curiosity, how do you know our names? And a little bit about background.
There's not much that goes on this island that I don't know. Call it a hobby of mine.
So
Being old and cooped up.
How long have you been on this island?
I have lost track of the years.
So stalking is a hobby.
A few hundred.
White Wave. You had many to choose from.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I wasn't trying to persuade. I don't think that was.
Persuade the information out of him.
Yes.
Okay.
It will change his answer.
11.
He's interesting. I feel something about him. And to be honest, I feel a little about all of you. Including the little frog. Not like that, dearie. Y'all all have something special.
And so now we're all here, standing.
There
Now what?
There are chairs.
I'm about to say, I'm sitting.
I'm about to say, there were chairs. I mean, damn didn't figure they had to describe the chairs. And
What
the
about
other-
the-
Frog's crazy.
You still are, but
At least you come by it naturally now. We know.
Don't let Wave lie to you. He isn't that crazy.
See,
He did jump off a cliff with a stranger in the middle of the night.
Naked, we were told.
I think he's a bit.
That is true. That's true. I returned his clothing now.
I mean, you called us special. He might be a little special in the brain.
So,
I'll hold my tongue.
you said there's a little something about us.
Yes. I
Can you
feel,
elaborate on something?
and I need more time to research. I
Have there
need
been
time to see y'all.
others on this island that have a little something?
Yes. Did y'all see the, shall we call it, altar? As we passed through, and y'all probably would have noticed this. There was like, I think I said there were about 10
Yeah.
different skulls on pillars.
oh, the bras.
Huh?
The bras. The braziers.
Yeah, skulls on pillars with candles in a reverential standing. And, because, well, there have been.
What?
And, the island tested them, and some of them have passed the test and moved on to their own better, greater things, and some of them unfortunately have not passed the test. But I feel some of y'all are touched by the ether. Jace, have you had anything interesting occur in the past few months?
You could say that.
Gagar, anything life-changing happened to you in a few months?
Potentially.
Past few months? I surmise that the breaking of the world has changed the primordial and affected the ether, and that there are those that are being born now that have more effect on the world around them than those before. It's a new study. The breaking was short while ago, and there was the dying, but now there are you, and others like you. But eat up, eat up, eat up. He grabs a large glass of wine, has a sip, and sets it down.
DM question.
Yes.
Breaking happened when?
Give me a history check. Or are you just asking out of character?
Out of character, was my character alive?
No. No one was alive.
Okay.
And do we know what the primordium is?
I don't think anyone has invested enough research into magic to know that yet. But you would know that the year, because y'all been in town, is the year 327 PD. Or PTD, as some people call it.
That's the current year.
That is the current year. And Jace, you have traveled enough that you know PTD stands for post-time of dying. And can infer that, in general, it's a little over 300 years ago.
You said this is what year? I thought you said 320.
Nope.
327?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's on your calendar, too.
Yeah.
And as y'all talk and the hour passes, the food fades, back to just a bare, it's a well-made wooden table, but a bare wooden table. And you feel better. You just feel all that, just, don't want to call it invincibility, but you feel, God, that's a boost.
So,
No.
you were around for the breaking?
Yes.
And the world feels different now?
Yes.
Any defining of different?
The feast. That magic. Before the breaking, I didn't have to use a jewel-encrusted chalice such as you saw. Magic has changed.
And while we swam in here, did I feel any dampening, like from the rock?
Roll me a perception check. Because this is a big open cavern.
13?
You haven't felt any, no.
Okay.
You feel fairly normal, Jace. A little out of your element, but most of y'all are out of your element.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so quiet all of a sudden, Wade? We're here with your imaginary friend.
Who's not so imaginary.
Who's not so imaginary, right?
And was probably a cat not too long ago.
And now you are... Cat's got your tongue, per se?
Had to make sure y'all made it safely. That was very perceptive of you.
So it was you.
I can neither confirm nor defy. I can neither confirm nor deny my cat-like presence.
Can you say if Vondor made it back to camp, okay?
1 second. Vondor sitting at the table with you.
Welcome?
What happened?
He did it.
Did not.
Do you have a new pet now?
He left.
What
I
were
was
you
just
doing?
sitting there petting the cat, and he disappeared. I had, and he opens his pack up, pulls out your clothes and armor and stuff. He goes, I was going back to camp. And then poof, I'm here.
Dragon a racial slur.
you meant Nemrynyrth.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Wow.
It's an N word.
It worked out so well.
Colleen, you're far from your home. How do you feel about your current abodes? How's the situation?
How's it hanging?
To the left and bumps my knee when I run.
Well, should I show them the rest of the place, Wave?
Yeah, Wave.
Sure. I'm just staring.
Sticky fingers?
I would never.
And he takes you back out of what seems to be some form of dining room. And you walk back through the corridor, and you walk over kind of a little stone bridge, and there's water running under it. And, you know, it's just a massive cavern complex. And you walk back into that main chamber, and across the main chamber. And he shows you, like there's a formal bedroom with a 4-post bed, and some candles. He goes, these are my sleeping chambers, and this is a gathering room. And he shows you this large circular room that's probably 40 or 50 feet in diameter, domed ceiling, and there's like rugs and furs and skins for about 40 feet of the center of it, in just a circle. And then he goes, this is the gathering room, and there's not much else to this place. I like it simple. I mostly spend my time on the island serving y'all. That's why I know so much.
What do you know of the Silsbane?
I know it from my experiments. It affects magic. And even at my casting levels, it affects magic. It drains me. Do you, working what you work, do you just feel drained, just zapped?
Yeah.
It affects magic. It was not here before the breaking. It's not here before everyone died. It dampens. I don't know how.
Are you,
Good.
are you the only one that's left that remembers or was there and experienced it?
No, there are many still alive that survived the dying. There are many elves and dwarves alive now, and others of the arcane nature, such as myself, still alive.
How did you survive? In here?
How did anyone survive? There was no rhyme nor reason to who lived and who died. The world tore to pieces. You watched it before your very eyes break here. Ground fell out here. Mountains rose up here. It was a cataclysm. There were storms of unnatural, unholy capability.
Did you have family with you?
Perhaps. That's a conversation for a different day.
Where were you when the breaking happened?
Towards the middle of the continent, what y'all now call the Baku Expanse. It's water now. It wasn't water then.
Why did you choose here to, I guess, call home?
It fits who I am. I knew of this place before the breaking. I just, have upgraded a little since the breaking. It was all cave back then.
So you say you know a lot about us. Do you know a lot about me?
I know what I've observed since you have arrived at the island. But I do believe that here in just a few short minutes, you'll probably need to head back.
What is our task or goal, or
Why did you want us here?
where do we go from here?
I wanted a close look at y'all. I've seen what I've seen. Y'all go back to camp, and what you do there is up to you. I'll watch.
Is there anything you think we should do during our time on the island?
Study, learn, escape, develop your abilities.
I tried. Picking up a bunch of rocks didn't help.
Been here for 3 days. I'm sure it'll come to you. Part of this is to figure it out on your own. And he guides you to the end of the chamber. And you see a large, like a 10-foot diameter circle on the ground, inscribed runes. And it's in the middle of 4 columns. And he walks over to each of the 4 columns, and he takes, and you see, he pulls an orb, and he puts 4 stone orbs, little platforms. Well, if y'all would like to go back the easy way, I suggest you go into the stone circle. Otherwise, it's a
Where will
swim and a
it
climb.
Take us to?
Exactly where I tell it to.
I walk in.
Where would y'all like to go back to?
Oh, shit. I probably should have asked that.
What did you say?
She said she just walked into it.
Nothing's happening. You're standing in it. You hear a gentle hum, and the rooms on the floor are kind of lit up with a glowing soft white light.
Room.
When you say
Mine.
exactly where you tell it to, does that include off the island?
Have to find out, won't you?
Do we
My
know
ship.
a common place to go meet up off the island, though?
It's going to take us all to the same
Yeah.
place.
Ah,
Oh.
have we been given a place that we're supposed to go?
No, we can stay on the island.
Yeah.
Anybody other than Zora walked into the circle yet?
No.
Well, guys,
Yes,
there's a few seconds left on this, and it's a walk and a swim.
Guess we're walking in. I guess it's already been keyed.
I guess to the island.
Mm-hmm.
Can I request a real hammer before I go?
I'll
He
see,
really
A my size hammer?
He really likes his hammer.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
I walk in.
I guess to my right.
Yeah.
As,
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Thistle, what do you do?
I walk in.
And
bye. See you later.
Bye, Scotty.
and y'all land on the road that y'all came in on. And you see camp about a quarter mile down the road.
Hey.
And you can walk back to camp. It is right at dark. You see them lighting a couple of braziers on the building.
Well, guys, this was fun.
Am I in,
Let's go eat.
am I in my silk robe still?
Well, that was interesting.
Isn't it though? Uh-huh.
So is he a guy?
Did you say guy or god?
God.
Okay.
I mean, how long have you known him?
Couple of months.
Maybe.
And you've only thought to tell somebody now.
You've only been on the island like a month.
Oh,
And how do you tell strangers about your imaginary dragon man friend?
that's valid. I'm starting to talk. I'm starting to talk with myself.
9, unless people want to keep going. Will you pass me that white binder marked resources?
I think he's a ticket.
With
Our
handwriting?
ticket back off
Yeah,
this
that-
island.
It just was. We missed it.
Or we
They
can
are
wait till our
too
blood
low.
contracts expire and take the books. Because we do have blood contracts.
That's true.
See?
Yeah.
Notes I need.
Well, there's more to learn.
Uh-huh.
Just make sure I still had that information.
Which is a blessing for me, but I don't think you
I'm
will.
not quite sure the method yet.
I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't either.
No.
So on this walk back, is there more you want to share?
Told you everything I know about him.
But
You
what-
asked what you wanted to know.
But what about what he's told you?
He's been very obfuscating.
Kind of like just now.
Yeah.
It's been what? They've been osculating. Got that right.
He's all quirky.
He seems like he has a bit of attraction to you.
I ship it.
Yep. A bit of a liking too.
I ship it.
I mean, having a god boyfriend wouldn't be such a bad thing.
We can play a little longer if y'all would like.
I'm backing up. Not backing up. You'll
That's
get
what I figured. It is 9 o'clock.
I mean, there won't be any more rolling.